to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, DeAndre.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. Wayne Brady makes Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X.
Man, R.I.P. Mooney.
R.I.P.
We'll be talking about him in just a moment.
Oh, my gosh.
But first, let's introduce the last standing Samoan, Big Rig Nick Utam.
Glad to be here on episode 266 tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
A nice number. Looking forward to 269, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to do something? You guys want to do something juvenile for it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Let's review.
We're grown ass men. Of course, we're gonna do something juvenile for it.
Let's review the Captain Marvel porno parody on that episode.
Deal.
I mean, Dion, what's your review of it currently? What do you think? 9 out of 10? Are you an Axl Braun fan? I'm pretty sure you're, an aficionado of his work.
What can I say, man? I think that at the very least, I can't give it anything less than 8 tits.
The fun thing is that man is actually a big fan of the Marvel stuff, and I like that he's like, fuck your universe, I'm gonna do my own. It's gonna be better.
So Kendo might be joining us in a little bit. So the American Ram Job, there he is. That's his new nickname. You guys cool with that?
There you go. I'm in.
I don't know. Everyone in the chat right now is giving us like is wanting us to make like 10 Buffalo Jeff movies right now. So,
I mean, I'm more than willing to make all the Buffalo Jeff films. If the audience wants it, we will make it.
Folks, we did. Solo was a joke, and now it's a comic book. Buffalo Jeff was a thing that Jeff did to irritate Dion, and now it's real because it's in our Patreon. Go sign up for our Patreon. So these things happen. The more attention you give us, the more subscribers we get, the more super chats we get. We'll do these things.
It's the power of the people. But Nick, I actually never thought of stealing Solo that way. It was just a joke.
It was a joke, yeah. Because
it's a 6-figure book. So thank you, everybody.
Same thing. Buffalo Jeff. It was a joke, and now you can hear him read, "Good Night Moon" on our Patreon. So,
I love all. Yes, we have a fake Buffalo Jeff account now. Actually, this is the real Buffalo Jeff account.
Buffalo Jeff Sex Dungeon.
Buffalo Jeff Sex Dungeon.
Yeah, that's not how I wanted to start the night off.
50 Shades of Buffalo Jeff.
Yeah. Well, folks, if we're good. There might be one more button to troll Dion, so just saying. You wanted to know what happened with those horse ladies, right? Well, keep watching.
No, we didn't. We didn't want to know, just to kind of get that out of the fucking way.
So, with the exception of 0 or negative, what percentage do you, on a scale, of percentages, how much do you want to see the horse lady follow up?
11.
1.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll be damned.
It'll happen. It'll happen. So, folks, we're gonna start off tonight like we always do, and let's see. Do we have any new patrons? We've been uploading the Buffalo Jeff stuff over there. Nick uploaded an interview with Kendo and himself, and was it Ellie Church, right? And Brian Williams?
Yeah. We talked about Space, Outer Space, and a bunch of other movies that they've done as well. So yeah, that was fun. I think that was the last Horror Hound we did.
Well, the world was essentially stopped for all that time, so now we're back.
Don't remind me. I'm trying to get over it right now.
Yeah, same. Tonight, we don't have any new patrons to announce, but we did say we're going to have some new content over the weekend added. Also, folks, I am finally moving out of this crazy apartment. So this is officially the last episode of World Class Bullshitters with family in the background. This is the new computer. Hopefully it sounds much better. The speaker on this thing is different, so it throws me off, but it can pick up the traffic down the road. Yes, right on cue. I summoned the fucking fire department. Yay me. Moving on, though. Like I said, folks, moving forward with this, the move's a good thing. We'll be able to do the Good Morning Pop Culture, and there are 6 of those in the can. So,
still don't believe in your jinx power.
I still don't believe in my jinx power, no. Beautiful, naked, big-titted women just don't fall to the sky, It didn't work for Jay
God
either.
damn it.
I know. I tried.
Nothing happened here. How about you, Dion? Anything over there?
Nothing crazy. Can't say it's big titty buying refrigerators good, but doable.
Well, that's why Kendo's not here, folks. He's buying refrigerators with big titty women.
Keeping them
I don't know
cool.
what that means. So I'm loving all the Buffalo Jeff film titles, folks. Keep them coming. We'll be having a good time with those. Also, Dion,
Yes.
Nick, behind the scenes, think of a good word for our game this week. A nice dirty word. I want to get your take on it for this week. I figure taint was such a high mark for me. I want you guys to beat me. Folks in the chat can also vote as well. I want you to beat my taint, Dion. So while we're doing that, let's take a moment, though, to talk about something a little sad. So for those out there that don't know, I like comics. I draw comics. I have looked at books from all over the world, and sometimes there's a book that just sticks with you. Now, in this case, the first time I was exposed to the art, the creation of said creator, was through a YouTube clip, a Facebook clip in the middle of the night. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was this anime. Turns out it was called Berserk. Turns out that was adapted from a manga. And the audience has sent me copies of it. We have Blu-ray, thanks to them. And the book, one of the nice leather-bound editions. And sadly, we found out today that the creator has passed away. So let's put a picture of him up on screen right here. There we are. And so the man known as Kentaro Miura passed away today. He was on May 6, 2021, he was 54. And so this was big news today. It was popping up all over social media. And I know we get asked all the time to review this, to watch this, and all this stuff. And so I thought we'd take a moment to at least celebrate the guy who's passed away. Now, full transparency, I'm not aware of any of his other work. I'm not here to grandstand on this. But when somebody as legendary as him in the comic field dies, we always want to talk about him. When Steve Ditko passed away, we had a stream dedicated to talk about Spider-Man. Same with Stan Lee, even though he never drew the books. He had a huge part in their co-creation. So anyone as prolific as this guy always has a spot here. And I wanted to mention a quote because as I was looking a little more into him, I saw this quote and I thought it was pretty cool. I want you guys to tell me what you think. So, the world doesn't extend in merely two dimensions. There exists profound depths within itself. The world could never be summarized by materialism or any single doctrine. Accept the great mysteries and explore the universe from within your world. This is the way of magic. And so I'm sitting here reading this guy's quotes, and I'm like, wow, what a cool, prolific dude. So I'm going to use this to check out more about him, because as I'm deep into creation mode, it's really neat to hear other people's ethics and ideas and what they put into their creations. Now, have you guys seen or heard of Berserk before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I haven't.
You'd love it. Sorry, I was taking a drink the second you said that. You'd love it. It's balls to the wall insanity, dude. It's like a mix of H.R. Giger, Clive Barker, and then just Japanese influence and like body horror to the nth degree. It's fucking
Jesus.
insane. Yeah.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, you definitely do. Look, I'm not going to recommend a ton of people watch manga that aren't into it, but this is right down your alley, dude.
I do. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm gonna see what I can find about it.
So let's talk about happier things. Buffalo Jeff versus Toys R Us. Well, Toys R Us sadly died.
Yikes.
You know what I could do? I could do no. Maybe I'll do this for fun on Patreon. I'll do a Buffalo Jeff narration over my old Toys R Us video. We'll talk about all the childhoods that ended here, and then the ones that never began thanks to Buffalo Jeff. I don't know. Well, let's make it weird. Christopher Payne says Excalibur meets Evil Dead sums up Berserk. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Oh. Now let's take a moment to celebrate Paul Mooney. Let's get the sadly the people who've passed away this week that we want to talk about, and then let's get into the happier stuff, because God damn it, something has happened that we talked about it when it was happening years ago. We talked about it when it came out. We followed the first incident, and now we're following the second incident, and it's that goddamn Gwyneth Paltrow. So Dion, I'm going to pull myself back. Let's talk about Paul Mooney for just a quick moment. So, sadly, Paul Mooney passed away. Dion, what were your thoughts initially?
I was incredibly sad. I mean, obviously, like so many other people, my introduction to the Paul Mooney was Chappelle Show. And then obviously, after that, trying to keep up with what he was doing and watching his stand up and I'm a legit Paul Mooney fan. So to see all that, so much of my mannerisms and my jokes are based on some of the shit that he did. So it's very saddening to see him. And the dude was only barely 60 years old. So that just sucks.
Nick, was your first introduction to Paul Mooney through Chappelle Show?
Yeah. That's how I found him. There's little breaks that they had in the show, and I was like, "Who the hell is this guy? He's fucking hilarious." And then I had to look him up and find out that he's been a comedian for so long, and he's known all these famous comedians as well. And I was just like, man, that's awesome. And like, it's always sad to see that somebody who's born in a different era, who's lived this long, who tells it like it is because we need that these days, has passed away. Because damn it, we need more people like that right now.
My introduction to Paul Mooney was Negrodamus.
Yeah,
like that. And when I think of Paul Mooney, I just think of him dressed as that. Chappelle Show couldn't exist today, sadly, but it needs to, because somebody's got to be out there. Fuck it, it should be us. We should be out there saying it like that, because everyone's so sensitive these days. You can't tell a damn joke. Everyone gets offended. Entertainment suffers because of it. No one's happy. Like, everyone's out there waiting for fucking trash.
Family.
Fucking family. Sorry. Anyway, they took my train of thought. They drove off with it. Fuck you. Anyway, Paul Mooney, rest in peace, sir. Rest in peace. Oh, there you are, Dion, in the chat too.
That's right.
Now, sadly, another actor passed away. Charles Grodin. This was the one that it didn't catch me off guard because of the age. What caught me off guard was I had forgotten about Charles Grodin, and then I forgot how much I loved the movie Beethoven as a kid. I know he did that fucking weird-ass movie Clifford with Martin Short, which I can't stand. I want to choke him the whole movie. Anyway, I know he's done other stuff. The movie with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn was awesome, too.
Yes.
But he's, for a lot of people, including myself, Charles Grodin was the dad from Beethoven. I was like, oh, man, he died. And I was kind of bummed out, but I was like, he was like I think he was 80 years old, so he lived a nice, long life. And hopefully he wasn't in any pain at the end. But that was another one that caught me off guard. I was like, shit, Charles Grodin, out of the blue.
Yeah, man, that dude was legit funny.
And then the other one, the final one, New Jack, the wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that one was not so surprising.
Yeah, that was more of like counting down the days from what you guys told me. It's like he's done a lot of shit. It's just like it's all gonna catch up with him.
He was crazy as fuck. So hey, it's yeah, man. That one, like I said, don't get me wrong. It's when someone's alive, there's that natural reaction, especially the ease of saying things like, yo, fuck that person. And I was definitely one of those people with New Jack, because, being a pro wrestling fan for so long, and, you realize that guys like New Jack are kind of the idea of what not to always do. But the dude was his own fucking person. It didn't matter who he was working for, whether it be Paul Heyman or motherfucking, working in Ohio Valley or fucking Smoky Mountain Wrestling, cutting crazy ass gangster fucking promos, dropping the N-bomb on the live mic, fucking, making Jim Cornette fucking blush. So that dude was something else. And at the very least, you can never say that motherfucker was fake. That dude was as real as it fucking gets. I mean, if you ever need someone to have to show how real pro wrestling is, New Jack's on that very short motherfucking list. Say what you want. Don't get me wrong. In the end, the dude still did a lot of shit damage to pro wrestling. But it's weird seeing such an I don't want to say icon, but such an infamous, important character die in real life. It's very surreal, and pro wrestlers in general don't last or live very long, and condolences to his family and to his wife, and I guess he was kind of starting to make amends with some of his kids, but damn, man, that one I felt weird after hearing that news. I'll say that.
Now, thankfully, no one died because of this woman right here, but someone almost did. Dion.
Oh
my God. You ever thought a vagina could be this deadly?
I knew it could be deadly, but not in a flammable fashion. Usually, when you hear of burning, very expensive, and when you hear of burning sensation, you think of something else. But goddamn, homegirl took it to a whole new level, didn't she?
Yeah. Now, we have had a long relationship with Goop. For those listening to this podcast since the beginning, and yes, we are at 266, as we said at the beginning of the show, we used to read emails on air, and one of our favorite emails was our weekly update from our good old Aunt Gwyneth. Yes, from Goop.com. She wanted not only to be an actress, but an activist, a businesswoman, and a business and a woman. Like, she's so many things. She's not good at any of them, because now her bullshit products almost killed somebody. Again. So we have covered the vagina candle. I think that's on a short list of some of the worst ideas ever. And now Gwyneth Paltrow is in the news today. Let's read it this way. So Gwyneth Paltrow, Goop sued, your vagina candle blew up.
Damn.
That's one hell of a headline.
All right. It's one hell of an article. Get ready.
All right.
Really burns the image in your head, doesn't it?
It's more than just your head.
I can smell it from here.
Oh, God.
Barbecued fish.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's usually delicious in the right setting.
Yeah, but not here. You know, never mind. I'm not going to ruin a man who says he bought This Smells Like My Vagina candle from Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop company claims it could have killed him when it exploded, and now he's filed a class action lawsuit about it. According to the legal docs obtained by TMZ, the guy is suing the Texas resident named Colby Watson, and he says he purchased the 10.5-ounce vagina candle online in January. Wilson claims he lit the candle for the first time in February and placed it on his nightstand, a level surface, and insists there was nothing close to touching the candle and no open windows or drafts in his bedroom. Wilson claims after burning for an estimated 3 hours or less, the candle became engulfed in high flames and exploded soon afterwards, and the room was filled with smoke. Watson agrees that the candle also left a black burn, or alleges that he also left a black burn on the nightstand, and says the jar is charred in black. According to the docs, Watson acknowledges the candle comes with limited warnings on Goop.com, including caution not to burn the candle for more than 2 hours at a time, but he says the warning is insufficient. Watson claims Goop fails to warn the candle could cause significant injuries when it explodes. He calls the vagina candles inherently dangerous. He's suing Paltrow's company for breach of warranty and products liability and is trying to put together a class action suit seeking damages of $5 million.
$5 million for $5 million for an exploding candle. I don't know. He may get 500,000 if that even.
Well, here's a picture of the exploded candle.
Oh God, let's see this.
Excuse me, the alleged damage.
God damn.
Like burn ring. Yeah.
You know what? I'm done.
So this whole room smells like that now. He's gonna have to get a fucking Stanley steamer to come in and like clean the shit out of the walls and the carpet and everything.
Better than a Cleveland steamer. That never comes out the walls.
Is it?
I don't want to take the show down that path either.
This is not The Hangover.
This is not the time for it. No.
No.
Yeah, even some of the shit on there, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Kendo. Dr. Coffin.
I don't know. We did have. Well, yeah. If anybody's on our Patreon, last week we had an hour and a half episode for extra show on Patreon. So yeah, it was me. It was me, Jeff, and Kendo. It was fun.
Yeah, I was in Las Vegas and I did. Yeah, I'll tell you guys about that. I went to Las Vegas and worked.
Okay.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
Did you gamble?
Nope.
Did you leave your hotel room?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. That's good. Did you go to a strip club?
No.
Okay, all right. Did you go to go eat good food? Did you do that?
Yes. Here's the coolest part.
Okay.
I didn't have to pay for it.
Awesome. It sounds horribly exciting. Tell us more.
There's no more.
Okay. Riveting. On to the next one.
I know, man. I was on the edge of my goddamn seat. I felt like I was there.
I know, right? Now, I'm sorry. I'm disturbed about the fucking candle. That guy could have gotten burned. the question. He asked a great question. Who would buy that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, did he buy it for himself? Like, was he?
No,
trying to get some rocks off?
he did because he burned it. He said he turned it on for 3 fucking hours. Why do you want your entire room or house to smell like vagina?
Plus, like, what do you think? This is like a Ouija board? Like, you light it and leave it on for 2.5 hours or more. Gwyneth Paltrow just come floating through your fucking window like in fucking Hook or something. You know, what is? Don't.
Vagina.
Yeah. See, not in the middle of a bit. No goodbye horses, goddammit.
Did you say horse? Should I press the new horse button, Dion?
Oh, Jesus.
Nope.
Oh, God. You did it.
No.
Oh my God.
No, fucking no. No.
Dude,
What the fuck, dude?
there's another part coming, not this week, but next week.
Well, my ass is gonna mysteriously be on fucking vacation. How about that shit?
Well, it'll be here whenever you get back. So it'll mysteriously find a way to kill
Hell
you.
no.
Oh, hell
You guys
yeah.
fucking all up close and what the fuck? Don't even
Okay, Dion.
think about it. Don't even do it.
I forgot. My mic's a lot clearer now. Everybody can hear Buffalo Jeff coming from a mile away.
That's true.
I don't want to hear him coming on anything, let alone.
There you go.
There, you just heard it. He turns into Gilbert Godfrey when he's done. So let's talk about something interesting. How do you guys feel about Batman?
In general, or a very specific
Yeah.
Batman? Well,
In general.
Batman. I love Batman.
Yeah. Batman's awesome, man.
How do you feel about the new one from with Robert Pattinson?
Cautiously optimistic, I guess. The trailer wasn't terrible. I'm not a huge fan of the Batmobile, and seeing Mr. Pattinson as a fucking young Batman, I'm intrigued enough at least to watch it for now.
I at least want to watch it to see how it is. But I mean, so far everything that's come out about it has been kind of shitty. So I don't know. I mean, even then, like, the Riddler's basically fucking 7. He's that guy. It seems like it's weird. And I don't know. It just it's all too dark and very odd. Even Catwoman is a little odd. It's like I don't know what to do with that. So it's just weird, man. It's just weird.
So I saw this image pop up, or these images of the mask, and for a second I thought it was like a Kmart Doctor Doom, because this is it. This is one of the images I saw, and these are images from the trailer, so it kind of bounces off of that.
So
But
That's supposed to be Riddler?
that's supposed to be the Riddler.
Yeah, like the thing, the comment says, Daniel's Riddler design so far is sick AF. He's supposed to be based on the Zodiac Killer.
I mean, okay, that's not exactly easing my concern for this one.
Yeah, same here. It's just like, yeah. So I mean, yeah, because I mean, we're used to Riddler being a certain way and a certain personality, and if he's not that, it's not Riddler. It's just some jackass who calls himself that.
See, I'm willing to go on this journey with them to make the Riddler scary and menacing and more like the Zodiac Killer and stuff like that. But I hope that doesn't mean like actually going out like the Zodiac Killer and hunting the people down that way. I always liked the Riddler as having minions do his work. He's too smart to do his hands dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not, like I said, I'm not writing this movie out, but design-wise, I just don't like what I'm seeing. And the question I have out there is, why can't you take a more dark, serious tone, but make it look like the source material?
Well, that's the danger with this shit, right? So if this were just a random cop movie, that's one thing. You can base it on the Zodiac, but to be like, oh well, this Riddler is based on the Zodiac, bitch. It should be based on the Riddler because the character is old as shit now. I mean, Zodiac was a murders that went through the 70s and all that shit. The Riddler has been around longer, I want to say. So you don't need to keep trying, Batman bad guys don't always have to be fucking, pedophiles and fucking terrorists and all this shit. Like you can, it'd be fun and refreshing to go back to the, over the top, cinematic, noir-esque fucking comic book villain, and like to have everything be, it's like the Zodiac Killer. This is gonna be like H.H. Holmes and da-da-da. Like fucking make them like the characters they've been. The fucking character of the Riddler is older than the Zodiac Killer. Base it on fucking that.
Yeah, and like one thing I hate is like the almost Nolanizing of these characters.
Yes.
Everyone's wanting to do this like dark and gritty thing, but like I don't know, we almost need, even though I know noir is, he does almost like a noir thing, but we need like a neon noir where it's like dark and scary but still like brightly colored. Like you can do that. I believe people can do that. It's fine.
Yeah,
and
something between Joel Schumacher and Chris Nolan. Like not everything has to be on one extreme or the other.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. I thought Nolan struck out great with, not struck out, excuse me, hit it out of the park with Batman Begins. I feel like Batman Begins is what I would want out of every Batman movie tonally, because it took itself seriously enough that you could believe it. But then there's also the other crazy shit like the Scarecrow gas and all the hallucinations. It's way more fantastical than The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Rises. Anyway, that's a crazier story. I like that tone. I think I'm with you guys about the fun fantastical, but I also think there's been enough Nolanizing, if you know what I mean. We're getting the Snyderverse, and the Snyderverse is a weird homogenization of trying to be like Nolan, but then trying to be like Marvel and trying to be like something else. It's like its own thing, but not even original without trying to be overly shitty. Actually, fuck it. Yeah, that's what it is. And then you get this.
Don't tell Twitter that.
Yeah, I know, right? And then you get to this shit. And then it's the design doesn't have to be that. And I can just say like this. As an artist, I do not like what I'm seeing. That being said, if the movie's awesome, I can overlook that shit. But
right.
We can, just because a superhero has an origin story doesn't mean they need to look like shit until the end of the film. Batman 89, technically not an origin story, but Batman looks like Batman. Even in Superman's origin, his first suit, when he puts it on and flies out of the thing, it's the Superman suit. He doesn't fly. He doesn't go home and do it again and all this other shit. Same with Spidey. Once he becomes the real Spider-Man after high school, he just looks like the character midway. I don't really love having to wait till the final shot of all these movies to look like the big hero. Like, can't we just... It's 2022 when this movie's going to come out, right? Batman's been out on film since 1967, right? The Adam West from the TV show came out.
Yeah.
And in the serials, he's been on film even longer than that, since the 1940s. So Batman is this great iconic thing with this great lineage, this long history. I want him to look like
Treat
Batman.
it like that. Treat it like
man.
that. Stop treating it like that right there. If we were to fucking do a fucking panel at a con and motherfuckers from DC walk in, that's exactly what I if you were to say that, I'd fucking be like, okay, we're done. Make it look. Batman is old enough and long enough and important enough to film, to art, to music, to be its own thing. Stop trying to make all the Batman villains like a weird monster of the week TV show. Like, I don't want and again, like you said, if it's good, it's good. But like this need to make all the villains like some mix of other not less popular characters. Like, I fucking get it, dude. The Zodiac Killer is the thing. It's, Ted Cruz may or may not have morphed into a politician from being the Zodiac Killer. I understand that. But the fucking if people who make movies out there, fucking the Riddler is more fucking culturally fucking relevant than some offshoot of a real life serial killer. It's just fucking admit it. The Riddler's a big fucking deal. Making him look like a mix between the Gimp and my favorite extra in the Matrix Revolutions is just a waste of fucking time.
Nah, I won't say that on it. Anyway, Matrix Revolutions. I'll about that later, Dion.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, this, like, the way they show this Riddler in the movie and everything, that he reminds me of Kevin Spacey from Seven. Like, that's that's the vibes I'm getting from him. He just got like a fucking mask on, like the Zodiac Killer. Like, I'm getting those vibes from that movie, which is, I love Seven. Fucking Seven's a good movie, but you can't inject it into Batman because it doesn't make sense. You know, you can't do that.
Well, you can, but there are other characters that are. We already have Victor's ass. Like, we don't need more of this fucking. Let's make the Riddler a mixture between H.H. Holmes and fucking Howard Stern. Like, stop doing that shit. He's his own thing. He looks and acts a certain way because he's so intelligent and is firm in his belief that he's more brilliant than the fucking Batman. You dumbing him down to be this juvenile. Quick mart villain to start a franchise, it diminishes the importance of what the Riddler Edward Nygma meant to Batman. Like, he part of him becoming Batman is dealing with a guy who's incredibly fucking smart and then realizing that he's smarter than this fucking guy, right? But now we just see, and I'm really hoping it's like him in a mask for a minute, then he takes it off and he's the Riddler. But this fucking shit, like, we have characters for this. You could have picked Victor's ass, Calendar Man. You know, you could have picked what's the one of the hitmen that worked for the Black Mask. There are other characters for this. Stop trying to make this is my version of the Riddler.
I wouldn't even mind if Batman faced off against somebody that wasn't like. This is just some guy they made up for the fucking movie. If they have to go that route, like this story has to have this guy. Like, all right. I wouldn't bitch once if they made a Batman movie and he's like, I'm just fighting the mob, and you name like. I think it was Tony Zuko, a couple other ones, and he doesn't fight supervillains, and it's an awesome movie. I don't care. I just want Batman to be cool.
Dude,
like,
that'd be entirely fine. I'd be entirely fine with that. You know,
dude, my ideal Spider-Man.
Like Sentinel said, he mentioned Hush. Either do Hush or don't do Hush. Stop doing this weird shit.
I would like to see a Batman Hush film. I haven't watched the animated one yet. Have you?
I have. The ending's a little bit of a letdown. It's funny that we're talking about the Riddler, but the ending's a bit of a letdown. But it is really good. It is really good. DC, it did that thing about animated movies that I hate, where they do everything up and it's so close to the source material, but then they change the ending, and it's like, fuck, But the rest, 90% of it is really fucking good.
It's on HBO, so I'm gonna watch it when I move. That's about the most exciting thing I got planned on my docket.
Guess I blame you.
Hey, folks, we will be talking about the Dave Filoni. That is our main topic tonight. So we're going to read our few news topics, and then we're going to jump into that because Star Wars could have a new direction. We talked about the sales today. Check out today's video because, across the board, partner brands are up 3%, 1% up for Star Wars. So what happened? They stopped making shit based on the new sequel trilogy stuff, and the numbers went up. Told you. But we'll talk about Dave and what's going to happen in a moment. So anything else you guys want to add about Paul Dano's Riddler? I'll show one more image that's up on this tweet from the trailer.
And he's wearing a fucking Carhartt jacket.
I have this coat.
He's wearing an army jacket or something is what it looks like. But yeah, once again, he feels like Zodiac Killer, and he looks like he's operating like Seven. Like Kevin Spacey, those are the vibes I'm getting. Which I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it was just not he was not named the Riddler and it was just like Batman going up against the serial killer. That'd be interesting. I'd be fine with that. But we're not, and these made name the Riddler just for fucking nostalgia and for money's sake, and it's retarded. So I don't know.
I mean, he looks like a monster of the week from Supernatural.
You're right.
I fucking hate that. Give me, and I fucking love the Riddler. Give me a dude in extravagant, really nice clothes who is his own enemy and he's so smart, but he's so fucking stupid that he doesn't realize it. And it's just so goddamn frustrating. Stop trying to make this. It's already an art piece, dude. The character's already established. Just do a version of yours that's not trying to overpower the source material. Fuck.
Well, speaking of overpowering,
why can't people do that? Like, do your own thing, but here are the walls within you can do that because the character's this thing and this thing and this thing. Like, do your own thing, but within these parameters. Like, I guess some of these directors are like, no, fuck you. It's like, just do it. Like that's how you keep the fans and the people who love this character happy. Like, it's not that difficult.
I don't know why they just couldn't make their own shit that's like this and call it something else that's not Batman.
Because it ain't gonna sell. It ain't gonna sell, and that's the thing that pisses
it's a
me off
rhetorical
about
question.
this. Well, right. I mean, I'm not answering you, motherfucker. We're doing a show, but
I thought I was just talking to you for fun, dude.
Well, I mean, I
somebody could hear me curse.
Oh shit! I mean, shoot! Gosh darn it! Oh my god! My mom's gonna be so pissed at us. But yeah, man, like, because it's a branding thing, you know, and that's what's so frustrating about it. Because it's you know, why didn't you do this on your own? Well, I did. No, you're not. You're fucking ruining something that's established to try, you know, and you slap Batman on it so it'll sell. And you know, it's the same shit with Star Wars. You know, you did something crazy and ridiculous, and then you slap fucking Star Wars on it to try and get people to fucking buy it. And it's like, and again, this may be good. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I'm not guaranteeing that. But oh my God, there are signs and indicators that establish that this might not do well. And they're fucking ticking all the wrong fucking boxes for me.
Okay, so WTF viewer, I agree with you. But Brian Welch, I love this. I bet the designer ran Orion Johnson had submitted the first draft as the final design.
Oh my God. Well, no. And if that's the case, who's ever approved the design and made it okay is also to fucking blame for that, because they're like, yep, this is the final design. We're gonna be good, and then like the people above that person and above that person, guys, above that person.
It's official, according to the chat. Paul Dano's Riddler is now called the Gimpler here on this channel. So
that's right, Gimpler. Love it.
So it's either Bat Pat or Battinson is the name of Batman, and he's the Gimpler. God. So everyone's got to make sure.
Well, make sure you guys tag us in those tweets and those posts, and can we make hashtag the Gimpler a thing, please?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, make sure if you're using that hashtag, you tag us on all the stuff so we can retweet them. Okay.
Yeah. Now, speaking of piss poor designs, can you guys tell me what this is a design for? If you don't know,
yeah,
Nick.
It is a design for Aquaman.
I wish.
That's my guess.
Well, Dion, you know what it is. What do you think?
It's just eye roll inducing. Like it's talking about fucking ticking boxes, right? You know, you're focusing on trying to tick all the boxes. Usually, is an indication it's not going to be very good, and it's one of those moments where it's, you know, hey, we know what you guys are thinking, fellow kids. You know, so they made Jimmy Olsen black. They're not going to make anyone else black. You know, so it's a very disingenuous. Let's do this quick marketing thing to get people to like, watch, and talk about our cartoon, and turn Jimmy Olsen black. Like they're not going to do, after all this shit with a new Superman movie. They don't want to do a black Superman show with Calvin Ellis, right? So we'll keep the same Superman because we're aware of what people like. But then we'll change minor characters to say that, hell, look at us, we're doing all the right things, you know. And it's like, I can promise you, you know, Black American be like, oh my God, they turned Jimmy Olsen, the fucking the Superman's friend who's a camera dude and always fall out of fucking helicopters. Yeah, that dude's black. Yeah, we're really fucking changing the world, everyone. So it's just, you know, it might not be bad, but I know I sound angrier than I am. But it's just, you know, it's just eye roll inducing, dude. It's just,
no, it is.
You know,
it is.
Fucking Lois has the pixie haircut, and it's like,
God.
Yeah, look, it might not be good either. I'm gonna err on that side.
Listen. What the show does, like, keep Olsen black, but go ahead and make Lois a transgender paraplegic. Just do it. Check that box. This way, Superman has to drag her everywhere. It's fine.
See, if they did that, I would take it more seriously, right? Because that's a major fucking character. We're talking about, you know, and again, you know, people who plan this shit out don't care about the characters, right? So they don't really give a shit. But if they had made, you know, Jimmy Olsen's black, and if they had made Lois, you know, trans and a paraplegic in a wheelchair, I'm like, okay, well, maybe they do give a shit because they're changing a character who is the only non-superhero that's a member of the fucking Justice League, unofficial member of the Justice League. You know, so like I just, you know, I would take them seriously, but everyone else looks kind of the same outside of trying to give a Lois we're totally, she's not a lesbian haircut, but hey, we got a black guy, so, you know, count us in, you know. And it's like, it's just that half-hearted bullshit. Like, if you're gonna go balls to the walls, make a Calvin Ellis fucking Superman. Lois is a paraplegic, and Jimmy Olsen is from a fucking lost tribe deep in China. Like, go hard.
Superman needs to not be Clark Kent anymore. He needs to be Juan Hernandez. Okay, let's go ahead and check all the boxes right now.
But that's the thing. Like shit like that counts. Justice League, or not Justice League Dark, the other Justice League, where Superman was raised by a fucking Mexican family. Like that shit I would take more seriously, but they're not fucking promoting that shit out, right? No, they're promoting this shit because hey, look guys, he's black. See what I'm saying? They didn't announce that with that Justice League, but no, now we want to make sure that they know we made a black guy. Hey guys, we care. We didn't do it with Superman, but we did it with Jimmy Olsen, the guy that only fucking hardcore fans fucking know about. But he's black. Your dad doesn't know who Jimmy Olsen is, but he's black, so we care.
Also, is the person voicing Jimmy Olsen's voice black? Because that's another.
He
box
better be.
Like,
he better
be because all the shit they stirred up. Yeah.
He better be that. He better have that same fucking haircut too.
Yep.
It better be Samuel Jackson's voice, goddammit.
He better be drawn to scale with the other people too. I mean, we got the voice playing Superman. Are we? Yes, the answer is yes, but goddamn it, we've reached the point where Superman is now going to be experimented on. All of these weird social things that they do to superheroes and Star Wars. Now it's come to the comic book, the big superhero, and Superman's going first.
Which is really bad because I think anyways that Superman is probably the oldest superhero, correct? Or
he's the first, technically.
He's the first. So
first huge one, yeah.
First huge one, yeah. So I mean, like for him to get this kind of treatment is, I think, is really bad because it's quite insulting because I mean he's part of pop culture in a global scale. Like people know his image, know the outfit, know the cape, know everything, And when you change a character like that, that's been part of pop culture since like what the 50s or 40s or something. It's not gonna work out, man. It ain't gonna work.
Well, it's just as cringy. It's funny. Now we look back on. What's his name that was hanging out with Green Lantern that was supposed to be Chinese and the shit they wrote for that. And we look back on, the old Disney cartoons with, Mickey and the Africans and shit like that. And we cringe, and rightfully so, because it was, from a time where people were outright racist and didn't give a shit about that stuff. So now here we are in our era where we're like, they're trying to hey, we're trying to reach other audiences. And so what we're going to do is we're going to change characters at the drop of a whim with zero regard for the source material. So this one, we're going to make Jimmy Olsen black and then make a huge fucking deal with it. Hey, we're going to make a cartoon about She-Ra and it's going to be like, we're going to change her up a little bit and she's going to be like the main show, like He-Man's going to be like a little bitch. Or hey, we're going to make an all-female Ghostbusters, like they're all women, but get this, the dude in it is the secretary and he's dumb. Like this is going to be super cringy 20 years from now. Like this knee-jerk reaction to go in the other direction, 20 years from now when fucking D2 is in his fucking 20s, Dev's in his 20s, and eventually, Jeff Jr. is 6'7" and playing for the Orlando Magic. They're going to be like, yo, what the fuck is up with that? Like, what was the idea?
Years, yeah.
All in 20 years, man. And they're gonna be like, yo, what was up with that, Dad? We're gonna be like, they were really trying to do something, and they hit us with the motherfucking Steve Buscemi, hey fellow kids energy.
I can see it happening. It's like, Dad, yes, my son. It's like, what please, we never watched Ghostbusters 2016 as a kid. I was like, sit down. I got a story for you. I knew this day would come. I'm gonna call your mom. We're gonna tell her to get takeout. It's gonna be a long night,
dude. I am so excited that's a story that we can tell kids now, or going to, because 2016 was fucking crazy, and it's precisely shit like Black Jimmy Olsen that's gonna make the story awesome. Because kids are gonna be like, "Wait, what?" They're gonna watch it and be like, "Is that supposed to?" And Paul Feig is gonna pretend it never fucking happened. I'm calling it right now at the fucking 187th Oscar Awards, where he's parking someone's fucking car and telling stories about I used to be in Hollywood. people are gonna bring up Ghostbusters. That dude's gonna be like, no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That wasn't me. That was the studio.
Dion's gonna sit D2 down and augmented reality calls all in to talk about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna let me call your uncles. We gotta have a giant call about this shit. Learn your history, boys. Here we go. Well, grab a drink.
A lot of
But Dad, I'm 14. I don't care. Drink.
Dude, this topic is way hotter with the chat and all this stuff. So let me jump to some of the super chats for everyone. Okay, guys?
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have super chat buttons, guys. So you ready to see what one is?
I think so.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, we got to get paid.
And on that note, we cue the music.
Matt. 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 Meow.
That was great.
Pretty good transition.
Yep.
All right. So first off, from Liquor Jim, thank you, Liquor Jim. He says, "Boogity, boogity, boogity, let's go racing, boys."
Yeah, fuck yeah! I love that reference.
Quad racing. Buffalo Jeff's sex dungeon read as
Don't do it. God damn
Sex
it.
dungeon.
Almost poked my
he
eye
gives
out.
$1 with no message. Thank you very much to my own.
Into my
Dungeon.
own sex dungeon.
Oh, still doing it. Okay, cool.
Doug Keller says, "Jeff, have you ever thought about writing an old man Spider-Man movie in the style of Logan?" I would love to. There is a story, Doug, called Spider-Man Reign, which is essentially that. I think of it as like the Dark Knight Returns of Spider-Man stories, though nowhere near as good. Now, would I like to be tasked with that one day? That'd be neat. I think I could tell a pretty good story, the final Spider-Man story, if you will. But Spider-Man doesn't have a sad, somber ending like Logan. He's not that kind of a character. If you would do a sad story like that, it could work. But I do think the way karma tends to work out in the universe in terms of these heroes and stuff, I think it would be a huge injustice for all of the shit that he did good for him to ultimately get fucked over in the end. Like even through the sacrifice kind of makes the heroism worth it. So I don't really think that would make a great story on its own, unless I like the idea of an old man Spider-Man coming back to do stuff as a noticeably older, out of shape, up against other shit, trying to, prove it one more time after he's had a nice kind of successful, normal human family life. And then I would like that kind of a story. It would be like an Elseworld story, because I don't like the idea of Spider-Man quitting and coming back. I didn't like when Batman did it in Dark Knight Rises, excuse me. I thought that was one of the weakest plot points of that whole movie. So, Doug, I would do mine slightly different, but yeah, I think an old man Spider-Man movie could be cool. Give him that one more time type of thing. So Liquor Jim, thank you very much. He says Terminegro was a joke, and that'll become a reality soon enough.
Darn right.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, if you guys want this stuff to happen, keep sharing our stuff. Help us grow, help us get out there.
Yeah. By the way, folks, we have over 570 people watching, but only 272 likes. We had over 1,000 on the High Council this week, and YouTube shit the bed over there.
God,
do you guys hear about that?
Yeah, dude,
I was
nuts.
watching in the middle of it, and all of a sudden it just kept like dropping. I was like, "What the fuck, man?" It was ridiculous. I honestly, because like you guys started talking about some YouTube stuff and things like that. I was like, "Are they targeting you?" For a second, and then it was all across the board, and I was like, "Oh, okay, they're just shitting the bed. Okay, we're fine."
It did feel a little scary at first.
Yeah, I was just like, "Whoa."
Yeah. So Zach Z, thank you very much. He says, "R.I.P. Kentaro. Berserk is one of my favorite series." Well, Zach, yes, R.I.P. to him. And it looks like a series I'm going to enjoy. From what I've experienced, I enjoyed it. So I'm excited to read it all. London Fog 66 sends a puking emoji. Yeah, I feel that way too sometimes. But it's about Gwyneth Paltrow, so it's appropriate here. Louis the Plank says, "Dear Gwyneth Paltrow, if the average vajayjay is only 6 inches deep, why does yours smell like a foot?"
That's kind of a dad joke, but I like it.
I can dig it.
I can too. Also, Louis the Plank's icon is Nicolas Cage with a giant head. So, Super Smash Brothers Candidates, thank you very much. He says, "Jeff, in theory, if you did the art for someone else's webcomic story, how much would you charge for such a job?" in theory, is the part that I would have to humor because currently it's just a time issue. Back in the day, the rates I worked for, no more. Thankfully. I don't know. Now, I can definitely point people in the right direction. That's something I could easily do for anybody. I know a lot of people who are out there trying to make their way that are talented. That's not just story, the penciling, but that's inkers, colorists, letters, editors. I know all kinds of people that are out there that are talented and that are trying to do stuff. So Super Smash Brothers candidates, I could definitely give you that kind of advice. You can just shoot me emails and stuff. I'd love to help you out. But it would all be schedule stuff. Right now with the way it is, you could ask about a cover or something like that. I don't know. We would talk.
Oh my God, we get it. You're successful, trustworthy, and talented. Jesus, what are you, a big time guy now? Huh? You got some creations under your belt. You successful?
Wrong. well, Dion, he does live in Hollywood, and he does, eat
that's
avocado
true.
Toast. Avocado
he is
toast.
Wrong!
Avocado toast every morning.
He's in LA.
Yeah, LA.
LA. He lives in LA now.
I live in Louisiana, yes.
No, you live in LA. You son.
Oh.
You son. Oh. I was gonna
you.
do it. Fucker.
There you go.
That was a good rebuttal. That was a good rebuttal.
Yeah. Anyway, LA, right?
Son of a bitch. Yeah. You live in
always
LA.
name dropping, motherfucker.
Yeah, myself.
I don't know if you guys know. I had lunch with Danny DeVito. Kind of.
I did. Jesse, I had lunch with Danny DeVito. According to Dion, I had lunch with Danny DeVito. Yeah.
Well, not really. Like you were both in the same restaurant and having lunch, so technically
Right,
lunch.
right.
Yeah.
It comes with living in LA.
LA.
I need an LA button right now.
Well, get it from Letterkenny.
LA. Okay, sure.
indeed.
Oh, dang it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did not see that one coming. That was good. I did not see that coming. Well played, sir. Well, I'm not even mad about that one. That was perfectly timed.
Wolf's Pain says, WTF did they put in that candle? They made a deal with Satan.
Yes.
Ask him.
Oh, yeah, and also who turns on a candle that smells like that for 3 hours? I'm just like, I know it exploded, but I'm still just like I'm trying to understand the guy's mentality on this. Like, really,
well, right. What is the reason he did that? Because he refuses to answer that fucking question. Like, why are you a grown man, apparently with no sweetheart to gift it to, buying the candles of a famous woman, quote unquote famous, who made a candle in her vagina's image? Like, what is the story here? If we talk about origin stories, I need fucking that one.
Well, it's ego,
Yes.
narcissism. But there's one part of the story we're all not paying attention to. So the man bought this candle in January, but he lit it in February. I think this dude lit this candle for Valentine's Day and was jerking it to it.
Oh, God damn it! And that fits so well. It's probably 100% true. God damn it!
It was probably on for about 3 hours or so, which is about the equal length of the Best of Riley Reid. So I don't know. It's a guess.
Jeez, man. It's like 3 hours. I think you need to go see a doctor, man.
I mean, it's called endurance.
Right. I was built for this shit.
No, Jeff. It's called ED. There's pills for that.
Oh, well, good for him.
You're right. 3 hours, 4 hours where you got to call the doctor. So he did pretty good.
So yes, was it Yusin Call said, "What did I just join into?" World Class Bullshitters, episode 266. Welcome. Have a good time with us. We'll eventually be talking more about Lois Lane and the cucking of Superman in just a moment. But Wolf's Pain says, "You guys said activist, and for a sec, I thought you were talking about Zoe Quinn." I'm like, doesn't she have a body count? I don't know much about her outside of, I don't want to be anywhere near her. I don't want to know her because video games, comic books, what happens? What's that? Well, they die on the vine. That's it.
Right.
And I don't know if she has a body count. I'm sure Kendo has killed a couple people, right?
Yeah. Slaying them with that meat injection.
Well, if to be honest, I only know a smidge about Zoe Quinn because she's not that important to me. It's like, okay, Gamergate, got it. Cool.
Yeah. When he said the name, I was like, what? Who?
Yeah, I was like, isn't that chick that probably is terrible to hang out with? Like, that's why she went so hard in the paint about that shit. Because, like, oh yeah, I'm unlikable. Let me get that shit out of the way.
It's always it's always the unlikable ones that complain about social standards. It's always them. It's like, yes, yeah, we get it. Shut up. The reason you're not getting boned more is because you're unlikable. Just stop.
Well, again, like something. It's like, yeah, no, like I see where you're coming from, but now I don't want that to ever happen because I'm like, if everyone's like you, then we've already fucking lost the war.
Yep.
No, we haven't. We got to keep on fighting, bro. And Nerdigans Inc., I will look into more of the Jerry Conway war on manga and manga fans in a moment. I didn't know Jerry Conway was on that kind of war path. Kind of disappointed. The dude's a legend. Please leave those. Manga's not a problem, bro. It's just art from a different part of the world. Believe me, they have plenty of complaints about American comics. Hell, I live in America. I don't even read most of American comics these days. So
living in America.
I love that stuff.
I do too.
Dion. If somebody said, Jeff, Dion's going to make a grand entrance in front of 1 million people, and he needs a song of epic magnitude and grandeur, what are you going to give him?
Tell him.
I'm going to give you that song.
Yeah, that's my man right there.
That's when we win our Oscar for Terma Negro 5.
My black ass. I think we need to start with the art film because everyone's so pretentious out here. Believe me, I know. Oh, Nick, I thought of you. Guess what they're doing?
You do live in a lie.
I do live in a lie. But guess what they're doing to the avocado toast, Nick?
Why do you say
Wait, hold on. What they're doing to what now?
The avocado toast. There's a billboard up.
Is there really?
Oh, of course there is.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
They're putting bacon on it.
Oh,
Here's the thing. It's probably not real bacon. It's probably that fucking vegetarian bullshit. I doubt it's real bacon, man.
It better be real bacon.
It's California. It's California. At the very
crazy riots in Rodney King.
At the very most, it's turkey bacon. Come on, that's what it is.
Oh, turkey bacon's like the B side for sure. Not terrible, but it's like you're not.
It's coming from Dunkin' Donuts, so I mean they do serve real bacon at Dunkin' Donuts.
They do.
That's true. Dunkin' is very. They're trustworthy.
No, their breakfast stuff is on point every time, man. Like their
breakfast sandwiches might be the most underrated in the game.
No, 100% true, 100% true. And like, I love Dunkin' with a passion, man. Like that's where I go for all my forgetful morning breakfasts.
I don't like any place that slices up egg loaf. I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts quite a bit in the mornings for Good Morning Pop during the Good Morning Pop Culture Day, folks, or days. Yes, I made a lot of coffee, but there were some times when I just wanted a breakfast. I needed something before the show to get me going. So Dunkin' was my local place. Anytime I ordered a breakfast sandwich, I took it, I flipped it over, I took the egg, and I flung it out like a Frisbee. I don't eat processed egg. It's weird to me. It's not a real food. It's like a reformulated food product. I'll take a scrambled egg. Give me a real egg any day of the week. But
I think the sourdough sandwich they have now is fucking awesome. It's really good.
Well, you know what's going to happen is when we get together for Loudy's wedding, we're going to have to go get breakfast sandwiches on Friday.
Dude, I like the way you think, brother.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. Are we still going to do that special gift box for him that we talked about?
You'll have to remind me, but yes, we should make this very special. It is his wedding after all.
That's true. Not like a small life engagement that may end in a decade, but still, yeah, we gotta get him something big.
To our friend in the chat, Watchman of Yaw, I definitely would have hated the eggs in the army, but if I had the discipline for the army, I definitely would have bucked up and ate that shit. Because I'm like, well, if I don't eat, I'm not going to get protein today.
Yeah.
It was just, right. It's like a first world problem. It's like, I'll eat the croissant and the bacon and the cheese. I don't want the egg. It's not real. If I had a dog, I'd have gave the dog eggs because, dogs eat eggs all the time. It wouldn't have been a waste that way.
everyone in the thank you for your service. You guys are badasses, tough sons of bitches. But y'all need to speak up about the whole fucking food situation, because chow's supposed to be a good thing, not a fucking PTSD-inducing situation, all right? So don't be jumping on him about the processed egg. I don't blame him, motherfucker. I feel bad for my brothers in the military that got to eat that shit. Oh, my God. M40s, M fucking Noes. Am I right, guys?
Who are you, and what is your operating number?
Jeff, we're gonna have company.
Oh shit! Now the virus spot to Death Star. Fuck! And we just run out.
Dude, listen, when we seriously
if you and I were Han Solo and Chewbacca, we would have gotten in so much trouble.
So much trouble. I don't know if we'd be able to pay off the Hutts, bro, because we'd be like, let's go get some Twi'lek hookers from Coruscant. Fuck. What's he gonna come get us?
Han Solo didn't have the money to pay off Jabba. They had to have powerful friends rescue and kill Jabba. So hopefully, we have powerful friends. We're cool with everybody.
You say it like that. You make fucking Han Solo like the Eddie Griffin of the friend group. Like, he's capable dude, smart, reliable, a good person. But at the end of the day, he's the dude who had a fucking side hustle with his fucking best friend. They fucking owed their boss money. And when he wanted it back, they were like, nope. And then, I just happened to become best friends with the only Jedi in the fucking galaxy and the fucking princess, who's also a leader in a rebellion. Sorry, Jabba, can't pay you, son. See ya. Like, he's the fucking Martin of their group. Han Solo is the Martin of their group, and that's hilarious.
So let me read a few more, folks, and then we're going to get into our big topics tonight, because there's a lot to cover, and a lot of people are just rolling in. So, folks, spread the word. Let everyone know. YouTube notifications didn't go out properly, but that's cool. Every week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, World-Class Bullshitters. And like we said, episode 269, we will celebrate with a review of Axel Braun's Captain Marvel porno parody. We won't show it. We won't really get in. There will be no images shown of it, but we'll review it.
That's right, damn it.
Christopher
Press
Payne
play now.
They owed their boss's porn backing. Oh my god.
We totally need to do that.
SH Rebels.
We want your canvas. Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers candidate says My Little Pony, FIM, the live action movie Horsies.
I don't like that, because now after that fucking button with them fucking looking and moaning in the camera. God, dude. Oh, now I'm uncomfortable with My Little Pony too, because now I'm just gonna be like, they probably do that to each other, and it's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Now, Doug Keller has an excellent request. He says, Nick, remake the movie 8mm.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. That that's one of my favorites, along with Bringing Out the Dead. Yeah, I don't know if I could remake 8mm. I could make something that's similar to it. I'd do that, but I'm not into. To be honest, I fucking hate remakes. So yeah, I wouldn't do that, but I would make something similar to it for sure. But that's a good idea. I do really love that film. They made a part 2 to it that was straight to DVD. I've never watched it, thank God.
Nick Cage's most underrated film?
What, 8mm?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so good. But yeah, another one of his I love is Bringing Out the Dead. I fucking love Bringing Out the Dead. It's so good.
I do have to see that one. I heard that one is crazy hilariously good. But
is that related to Monty Python at all?
No, it's him. It's him as an EMT, and he goes through New York like at night. He has like the night shift for New York, and he's the ambulance guy. I think it's him and like John Goodman and a couple other like really iconic people as well. Like he rides in ambulances with and tries to help people throughout New York in the middle of the night. It's a great movie. I really love it,
dude. Batman wins. Remake of 8mm titled Betamax. Or the sequel to 8mm, 9mm. Asks Eric
God damn it.
We should make a shitty sequel to 8 Mile starring Eminem. 9 Mile, but not Eminem.
No. Or we're gonna be smart asses. We can just call it 7 Mile. But is the prequel? No, it's a sequel. It's 7 Mile. Yeah, 7 Mile. Yeah. Is it 7 Mile next to 8 Mile? Yeah. There you go. It's a prequel.
We're famous enough to get Mekhi Phifer at this point, so why not?
Listen, man, we're getting that Mekhi Phifer money, son. We're about to have our own fucking cult classic Dread on our hands. God damn it!
I want to make Christopher Payne's film 69 Mile starring Riley Reid and her husband. not her
Dude.
husband.
Did you? Oh my god!
What?
Not well, kind of. It's just unrelated, but it's related to 69 Mile, so it's perfect. But so when she fucking announced she was getting married, and Twitter was roasting her fucking fiance, and it was fucking-nificent. It was hilarious. Like one tweet was just, Riley Reid's husband after seeing Twitter today, and it was just the gif of the black dude in the shower just like screaming and crying. I was like, God damn.
Once again, doing that is like buying a used car from a rental agency. Not a good idea.
I mean, you gotta love them. You gotta love them. Like, don't get me wrong. I would like to tell people that I'm the type of dude that was like, if I fell in love with a girl, blah blah blah, I could deal with it. But in the back of your mind, you're like, that's a lot of mileage. That's not like serving beer in hell mileage. That's like working for Enterprise mileage. Goddamn it!
It's
a different situation.
It's like having Arby's for dinner every night. You just get tired.
A lot more in some cases than the other, especially with the roast beef.
So, folks, we'll get back to the super chats. Oh, by the way, we do have a movie title for today, or a game for today. So let me put this on screen real quick, and then we're going to start with the Dave Filoni topic. But this one's a fun one. Replace a TV show title with one word, and I can't even speak. Replace one word in a TV show with anal. Post comments below. So the title is King of Anal. There you go. Anal. Yeah. Full anal. No, anal. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Anal improvement. That anal.
Yep. Yep. Analed for life. Grounded for anal.
Grounded for anal. That's an interesting dilemma.
Gilligan's anal.
I dream of anal.
There you go.
The Jamie Kennedy anal.
Bad anal.
Yep.
Oh. The anal thing.
Anal. Anal starring Reba McEntire.
Anal is enough.
Two broke anals.
Yep. Beverly Hills anal.
The big anal experiment.
The fresh anal of Bel Air.
All right, let the audience have fun with the anal talk. Let's get into some Star Wars stuff. So, Dion, Clone Wars back in the day. What were your thoughts?
Loved it. I caught it sporadically then, but then obviously sat down and rewatched it. Got to finish the new stuff. But I fucking love the TV show Clone Wars. It was a gorgeous, and obviously it brought back Maul. So when you do that shit, I'm all about it.
See, it was one of those shows where I was willing to not go out at 9:00 on a Friday night for college. I was like, Star Wars is back and it's good. I'm happy with this show. I was one of those people that liked it right off the bat. It wasn't perfect. It took maybe 4 or 5 episodes to really find what I thought was its stride. And it kept it rolling for the entire time. I really enjoyed that show up until the Ahsoka episode, till Family, or the one where Ahsoka, walked away from the Jedi after they betrayed her. And I think there was that lost season, but I don't remember watching that one. So from what I vividly remember, I really enjoy it. And when I think about it, Dave Filoni is partly responsible for that. So as of today, according to this piece of news, Dave Filoni has been promoted to executive producer / creative director at Lucasfilm. There's finally some change. Fuck. You know what? I'll say this. I didn't want to say it on the High Council, but I got this Star Wars game and I've been so into it. I'm like, man, it's hot. I miss it. I miss this feeling. I'm sitting there playing it with the, the point and click, and the Rebel Alliance is taking down the Sand People and the Empire and stuff. And I'm like, man, this is what Star Wars is about. And now we got this news. So I'm hoping that shit goes in the right direction. You can't salvage the sequel trilogy. You can't redo Rey and all that bullshit. But you can make more TV shows and never talk about this shit, hopefully. Or am I just going to get duped again? And this guy, look, Kathleen Kennedy's still in charge. So, anyway, let's talk about it. You ready?
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay, sorry, I'm rambling because I'm hopeful. I shouldn't be hopeful. Fuck it. So, while not many details are out now on his new role, it seems that Dave Filoni has been promoted to executive creative director at Lucasfilm, according to reports from Jesus.
Family.
They don't want me to tell you.
I guess I have to get real close like this.
You don't have to do that.
Is this better?
A little bit farther back.
How's that?
Yeah, okay, that'll do.
This is exciting news for Star Wars fans that wanted to see see what Filoni has to say on screen for Star Wars. With a strong resume that includes hits like Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance, and The Bad Batch, Dave Filoni also hands his hands The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and more than likely the new Ahsoka series. Filoni joins John Knoll and Doug Chiang as executive creative director role. So one cannot be excited about his latest news, or one cannot be excited about his latest news. Here's an official detail posted at lucasfilm.com. And then there you go. So this is the real deal. This is not anything but the real deal. Dave Filoni gets a promotion. So John Knoll and Doug Chiang. Now, I don't know John Knoll's name off the top of my head, but Doug Chiang was an artist, or still is an artist. Designed a ton of stuff for the prequels. I had one of his Star Wars art portfolios as a kid. I looked at it and I was really, really interested in his work. He was one of the first artists too, where I saw his workstation. Was very fascinated by it. So, he's a great artist. I wish that great art really helped with the design work in the sequel trilogy, with all that creativity that you got in the prequels. I think it just goes to show you how much George Lucas really contributed. But that's just me.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you guys think? How long until Star Wars finds its stride again, or do you think it's still too late?
No, I never thought it was too late. It's just that it's just in a very deep hole where I thought that drastic measures were needed. Certain people not working there anymore. Or some investor call getting leaked and someone being like, "Motherfucker!" Blah, 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 blah. Like I thought it would be something. We'd have to wait until true rock bottom. But this is something that's it's above the seafloor. Not far above it, but damn it, it's in the right direction. So again, like you said, Kathleen Kennedy's still in charge, but are we in an era where she is going to listen to people who have a proven track record, as opposed to pulling a George Lucas, so to speak, and making decisions despite better judgment? So this makes me optimistic too. Not that optimistic, but it's a hell of a lot better than going backwards.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy is stagnant. She's a joke. She's never produced, and I mean in terms of like good quality entertainment. As her tenure at Lucasfilm, or as Lucasfilm president, under her control, under her reign, under her terrible bullshit, you get The Last Jedi, folks. It breaks your spirit. It's maddening. I still think it's too late for Luke Skywalker, though.
He's fucking dead. They killed him, So it's that character that he went out with a whimper, not a bang. So yeah, it's too late for Luke Skywalker in terms of the future. I mean, you can, and then and that's the bad thing. If Filoni has him doing awesome shit, that creates more questions. How do you go from doing something awesome to being a smarmy little bitch who doesn't even want to use the lightsaber that he made? So it's yeah. I'm not surprised at all if it's the end of Luke Skywalker.
I'm sorry, all this anal talk is just ruining my train of thought.
Tighten up a little bit.
Oh God.
Very poor choice of words.
Can we bring phrasing back?
Are we not doing phrasing?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know too much about Dave Filoni. I never watched the Clone Wars, but I hope there's change, and I don't, and I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's finally happened. It's like, this is not going to be immediate. This is going to take months, if not years, for if we see any change. If there is any change, then this was just him getting a new title and probably getting more money for some reason. But I really hope there's going to be a change. I really hope things, there's a positive outlook on this, and like we get more more well produced, more thought out shows and things of Star Wars. Because honestly, I haven't cared about Star Wars for about 3 or 4 years now. I don't watch any of the old movies. I just don't care anymore. I really just don't care. Like, that's how much Disney's burned me. It's like I don't buy the toys. I don't do anything with it anymore. I just don't care.
Sorry, Christopher Payne is ruining the show with Boardwalk Anal.
Oh Lord!
There's an episode of It's Always Sunny in
Nucky to a
Philadelphia.
whole new.
Do you remember that episode of It's Always Sunny under the boardwalk and the two bums are banging?
Yep.
Yeah. So Dion, do me a favor for a second because I got to step away to get something to drink.
Yes.
Jon Favreau, outside. What do you think some of his best work is outside of Star Wars?
I mean, it's easy and quickly answered is Iron Man. I think his non-best Star Wars is Iron Man easily. And then, obviously he's got the thing about Jon Favreau is his highs are very, very high. His lows remind you to watch Iron Man. It's a very easy answer because, fucking Iron Man is awesome. It's fantastic, and then obviously you've got Elf and Swingers is awesome, but then you've got Couples Retreat, and so you and then you get Iron Man too, but he's a talented fucking dude, but for every I keep want to say Martian Manhunter for every not DeLorean.
No. For Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah, right. For every Mandalorian, you get Cowboys and Aliens, and it's just not okay sometimes, man. It's just not fucking okay. But no, it was Joss Whedon that did the first Avengers movie. But
I was here for most of that struggle bus. That was hilarious.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was thirsty, and we're really low on stuff. We're moving, so we barely have anything in the apartment now. So, sorry, no first world problems. Sorry, folks. So, Favreau, the one thing you did bring up, not everything is good. His highs are great. Filoni's highs are pretty good, but his lows are pretty bleh. And I think he's a little biased towards his own creations. Kind of what we have over at Marvel with the Miss Marvel push and some of this stuff. I know there's more financial reasons over there in Marvel, but I kind of like Ahsoka dying in the Clone Wars, like Order 66, the Jedi go. We're always adding new Jedi to survive. Order 66 lost its efficacy like a decade ago.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be the Great Jedi Purge, and it's like, oh yeah, it's the Great Jedi Purge, except this guy survived, and that chick, and that thing, and that guy, and her, and him, and the robot too. It's like, fuck, dude, did the Empire get anybody? Like, okay, they got the shitty Jedi. I guess
have you seen a Stormtrooper shoot? They can't hit anything.
Well, they only when Order 66 activated, they can hit everything.
Yeah. Apparently, they're really good at shooting Jedi.
I watched the scene. I had episode 3 on for a minute the other day, and I watched the scene where the little kid got shot trying to save Bail Organa. I don't know why, but I laughed.
Oh, well, that's kind of fucked up.
Because the acting was so bad. He's like in there, and then he's just like,
because in that George Lucas's kid too. Yeah, it's like, yo, man, you couldn't twirl a baton a little bit more, cool. You had to eat. And don't get me wrong, my man, Jimmy going no, like it makes it important. But I'm like, yo, this kid is the dumbest Padawan. Oh, there's 7 of them. Let me jump out with no exit strategy, and I just get fucking shot in the chest. And thank God one clone's like, let him go. He's already a little bitch. That level in Battlefront 2 is awesome though.
You say Battlefront 2?
That level where you can play as the 501st, and the level where you go in the Jedi Temple is fucking crazy good.
Well, I have that game, and I'll be streaming that on Twitch over the summer. So, folks, make sure you follow WCBS Gaming over on Twitch. As soon as I get everything set up in the new place, I'll do the steps to get us monetized, and then there'll be another platform where you can find world-class bullshitters. We'll be streaming special stuff over there and making it a more immersive experience. It's just taking a little time to get things rolling, but then once they're in motion, they do not stop. So be prepared. I don't think Luke Skywalker under Dave Filoni will be treated poorly like it was, or like he was under Kathleen Kennedy and with Ryan Johnson and J.J. Abrams. But I think it's kind of it. You kind of get, Luke got his return. Luke got cleaned up. Luke was fixed in their eyes. Excuse me. So I think we're going to see a lot more prequel era stuff take foothold with Filoni. Bad Batch has been a hit. So it's an interesting area that's recognizable to old enough Star Wars fans that'll buy it for themselves and then soon their children. This is the age group they're going to go for now. It was the original trilogy people got, sucked back in 97 when we got sucked in as original fans. That's why we're in that, the originals are the best because that's all that existed, even though we're really close to the sequel kids, Dion. I'm only speaking for the two of us, not everyone out there. But then the sequel kids came and went, or the prequel kids came in, and then, now they're old enough for that. So I think that's going to be Filoni's strategy. I don't think it's a bad one from a business standpoint. I also think they open themselves up to a wide berth of character possibilities. You have Darth Vader out there, so he can be this looming bad guy that you can always bring in the legacy fans. You can use classic Stormtrooper armor. I think what they're going to end up doing with Star Wars is we're going to see the Star Wars universe take place 5 to 10 years before A New Hope and 5 to 10 years after Return of the Jedi. So we can make everything look like the old Star Wars, but we can still infuse the Clone Wars era shit and some of the prequel stuff that works. That'll become the new Star Wars. It won't be this homogenization of the sequel stuff, because that sucks and they don't fucking support it anymore. Go watch today's video. The only place I find sequel era Star Wars stuff is in the middle of nowhere, out in the desert with fucking 25-year-old cardboard cutouts of Captain Kirk by the Coke machine. Like, that stuff inhabits the worst places in entertainment merchandise retail. They are the dollar stores and side of the roadside attractions. That's what Disney Star Wars is, the fucking marquee event of. They're not the real deal. They never have been. They duped people once, not anymore. So am I being too optimistic, folks in the chat, or do you think Dave Filoni is going to do more? At the end of the day, I don't think it'll be enough for me to go, it's the best it's ever been. I think we're going to we've kind of reached the fucking peak. This is as good as it can get with Disney and Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. I mean, I agree. And I don't know. I hope there's some change, but I think she's still going to fight back with whoever is under her for sure. Dion, have you watched Star Wars lately?
Yeah, I mean, I watched. We just watched Return of the Jedi. I randomly put it on, and then I still haven't watched The Bad Batch. What else did I watch? I watched. I think I showed Hillary an episode of Clone Wars, actually.
Return of the Jedi is always a good watch. That might be, if you have a kid that's seen all the Star Wars movies, that's like the best one to put on for him afterwards. Because
it's the best random one. Yeah, it's the best random one, I think. New Hope makes me want to watch Empire Strikes Back so fucking bad. And obviously, if I watch Empire, I gotta watch Return anyway. So yeah, Return is just so solid. It's not the best one, even though it's my favorite, but goddamn, it's so solid. For me, Star Wars can be just that first movie, and it can be the minor adventures before Luke is a real Jedi. That's like what I consider my Star Wars sweet spot. Yeah, it doesn't include Yoda. I don't really care. The Jedi are fine. Star Wars for me is the spaceships, and Darth Vader is a Sith Lord and all this stuff, but I like one or two parts of that lore. I don't really want that to be the main focus. I like the Galactic Civil War. That was so fascinating, reading those tech journals, and you read about all the bullshit in the world, and you're like hooked. I remember Echo Base Network had me read a documentary for the Battle of Hoth, and I'm sitting there going, oh shit, I didn't know this. And I'm like fascinated reading the technical stuff. Like that's that's a good place for me in Star Wars. I don't blame you, man. It's a great sweet spot. I'm still my sweet spot is, right after Return of the Jedi and before the EU where Jason becomes a Sith Lord. That's my sweet spot of I want to see these characters together going on and doing great things. And obviously we can't do that anymore, but because age is a motherfucker. But that that's a great spot too. That beautiful, not yet a Jedi, but he's still a commander in the rebellion, and Han just joining the rebellion, and them running into shit from their past. It's just great. It's just fantastic.
All Star Wars has his lightsabers, says Super Mastermind. Yeah, and
I will
get
whoop yo ass.
Dude, lightsabers are the coolest. If somebody's like, Jeff, do you want a lightsaber or a blaster? I'm gonna take a lightsaber. Come on.
Yeah,
dude.
That's true. Did you see that? Do you see the Disney their little video they had of the girl holding lightsaber and it pops up and down and it doesn't turn off?
Yeah, it looked cool, but fuck Disney.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and I'm sure it's gonna be $1,200 whenever it comes out.
Yeah, I would never in a million years buy one. But if you want to send one to us, don't. You know what we'll do with it, right? If we get it, well, hopefully we'll get two, and we'll try to lightsaber duel each other. And somebody's getting
right. Someone's getting their eye hit.
Kendo probably.
Yeah, he's not the most agile of the group.
No, think he's second slowest?
Easily.
Probably.
Cool. I was waiting for Nick to be like, hold on, wait, second.
Now who's the slowest now?
We're not saying each other.
Our audience is so juvenile, and I love it.
Yep.
All the anal.
The black anal's my favorite so far.
That's what's for dinner.
Sweet yet savory.
I would really like to see it. Okay, I'm going to pitch my dream Star Wars project in the parameters of what we can get right now. How's that sound? And then we'll talk.
I dig it. You have my curiosity. Now you have my attention, sir.
So this is within the parameters of what we can get, but what I would like to see is a Clone Wars style show with the original trilogy characters. That's it. I just want to see Han, Luke, Leia, the droids, Chewbacca, and the backdrop of the Empire and the Rebel Alliance, and just these other adventures. I don't care if it's as pedantic as they go undercover and fight shit each week, or they go off and do epic stuff with lightsabers or spaceship battles. It lends itself to so much. I think it's that nice blend where you can preserve the originals. You can have a show based on that era and a show based on the prequel era and fuck the new era. And it's a nice, nice harmonious blend. That's what I'd like. And if you can't get it in live action, I'll take animated. I prefer animated.
No, we can do live action. Just have some kid with a $500 computer, face swap some people and do some audio stuff. And, we're there.
You said doo-doo.
I did. Because we're talking about anal. That's why.
Well, it is the anal element.
It is.
If you would have asked me 5 years ago, do you believe this is what you'll spend your Thursday nights doing? No. I'd have said
That's
no.
very true. You could say that this has become your anal runner.
Yes, Ramuna Greywolf, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Anal. Not to show my hand too much to the audience, but if you ever do a Crouching Tiger Hidden blank for the word of the week, it usually breaks me pretty hard.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm such a mark for that stupid movie title, but it works.
It's hilarious in every situation.
How about The House of Sand and Anal? Would you watch that movie?
Hell yeah.
That sounds irritating and rough.
I might record it.
Think Anakin Skywalker could get down to that?
Does it get everywhere?
Oh, I saw this really awesome meme. It's a picture of Obi-Wan Kenobi standing next to a sand castle, like a life-sized sand person made of, or a life-sized Darth Vader made of sand, the statue. And it says something like, oh, he hates sand or whatever. Like Obi-Wan's smiling, looking at him. It's hilarious. It's like,
that's awesome.
That would be a really funny. Okay, so remember Batman Forever, how they put everybody into that Joker machine to take it full circle back to the Riddler for a second? Excuse me, the Riddler. That's Darth Vader's. You look into his brain, it's just sand. It's just pouring everywhere. He's freaking out, and then his mom dies.
Oh god!
Damn, dude.
So sand and parental death is the two things that he hates.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
It's everywhere, and the women and the children. Thank you, Warlocks O with the question mark as well. Yeah, Caveman Taro. Yeah, About every fan film on YouTube is better than Disney Star Wars streaming pile of shit.
Well,
It is all garbage.
and Anakin really did hate the Sand People as well. So I mean, it's just par for course.
Can we use that word still? Is it Tusken Raider?
I think if you want to go with Tusken Raider, the Sand People get real sensitive about that.
Yeah, I don't want to get canceled by the Tusken Raider Alliance of
Tusken Raider Alliance of,
if you know what I mean.
The Tusken Raider Alliance of America.
Everyone is Look, everyone's represented out here, including the Sand People or the Tusken Raiders. Excuse me. I better.
Whoa, buddy! Whoa,
It's so funny you actually say it. That one sounds bad.
That was almost a third strike. Calm down now.
I mean, that bit is so hilarious. I was like, "Fuck, that does sound bad." Like, goddamn, in real life, fucking. Oh my god! Now I hear Alec Guinness say it. I'm like, Alec, that's just not right. Sand People do come back in greater numbers. Oh my god, that sounds so bad.
I guess we're gonna cancel Alec Guinness and Alec Guinness now. It's fine. It's okay.
Shit, that's exactly what the Sand People would do.
Yeah. They'll complain in single file.
Holy shit! That was.
I don't even know what that means.
You know what it means, but we don't know what it means.
Yeah, whatever.
Y'all don't complain in single file. Y'all come back in greater numbers. How dare you? Yeah. Bye, Sand People. Damn. Always complaining.
Oh god. Okay, so we'll get back to the super chats in a moment. Is there anything else you guys want to say about Dave Filoni? I really want people to pitch their dream Star Wars project. Dion, anything in the hopper?
Oh man, I mean, I think for me is, that's a tough one. I think I'm with you. I definitely want right after Return, the adventures of Luke, Han, and Leia. Man, I think that shit would just be so genuine. It'd be good.
Alec Campbell would like the Thrawn trilogy and Legends. Nick, anything for Star Wars from you?
Yeah, there were the comedy, the really funny comedy ones. It was like, what is it? Tag and Bink, where like apparently they're the ones who caused like all the 3 Star Wars movies to happen by little things they did. I would love to see that. I think that'd be hilarious to watch.
I want a Star Wars comedy. We've seen movies that are comically bad. But
we almost had one with Solo, but you know what happened. So.
Yeah, well, Kathleen Kennedy struck back.
Yeah, because like that would have been hilarious. I'm sure it would have, and I'm sure that all that footage and all whatever that is gone. But I want that cut. I would love to see that.
That one could have been Beverly Hills Cop in Space. It really could.
Yeah, it could have been. It would have been amazing, but no, didn't want it.
So I think we'll save one of the super chat buttons for a little later because we're going to just read a few to jump into the next topic. But Dion, when you're talking about work, it reminded me of some of our earlier days as a channel and how we would try to get subscribers. You remember what you were supposed to do to get us subscribers?
Oh, excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
Back order.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Cool. Hand jobs for everybody. Now, folks, stay tuned because the Marvel stuff was originally the first topic I had planned for the show, but the Dave Filoni stuff, it's a big deal. Star Wars might have a new direction, but Marvel Marvel got caught lying, and nobody likes to be, lied to. So, Kevin Feige, come on, bro. Why? We know money. But anyway, Bear Business One says, can you dub Buffalo Jeff's voice over the new Horse Lady clip? Yes, I can.
Oh my god.
No.
Yes, I will. I just didn't have enough time today.
No.
I have a little Buffalo Jeff movie planned for you, Dion.
Oh,
No, I'm not fucking going.
It's coming to you, Dion.
No.
I'm serious. We remake Silence of the Lambs with Dion, Neo, and all of us. That's all we do. That's what we do.
I mean, can somebody get me a skin mask? Wait, isn't there somebody making me a Buffalo Jeff mask?
Yeah. Culture.
Yeah, a listener's making me a Buffalo Jeff mask. Like for me to wear, like legit. It's cool. I can't wait to get it.
Oh God! So Buffalo Jeff is gonna have a mask. This is getting realer and realer every week. I love it.
Well, the nice thing about this iPad that's coming, I'm going to be able to do little cartoons quicker than usual. So I'm going to, use some art to tell stories about the channel or Buffalo Jeff or stories with Cecil, fun stuff. So we're going to add a little more artistic flair to World Class Bullshitters to keep it.
Can you make cartoons of our O.J. Simpson TV show that we were going to do?
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about getting this little animated figures of us.
Nice.
So I know an animator now.
Awesome.
Ooh. Yeah, dude, this.
You meet him out there in LA?
No, I did not meet him in LA. I don't hang out with people here. They're too weird for me, Dion.
I don't blame you, dude.
Spidey Flash. Thank you very much.
All I ask is if there's ever a grotto party, you give us 24 hours notice, okay?
Dude, I'm out here, making these connections for you guys just so you can come out here and start at the grotto parties, okay?
Ooh,
that's right.
Ooh.
That's right.
You're my boys. WCBS, we're a family. That's why we're doing it together, right. And not a weird
when
way.
One of us eats, we all eat, and I'll lie.
Well, you can't split the bill out here, and I'll lie. So,
damn.
And everybody's got to eat, or they'll make you leave. I'm just joking. I don't know if that's real.
Oh shit!
I was like, damn, where in LA do you live? God damn.
I don't know. Over this past year and a half, it's been kind of a war zone over there. It seems like, anyways. So,
I live in the same neighborhood as the Brady Bunch, and that's not a joke. Seriously, nothing eventful happens here. It's like living in a moderately higher price Midwest.
The only, things do happen there, but it usually involves cars and them speeding by.
Oh yeah, I don't really see anything too crazy these days. We have a magical stoner bum that rolls around on his cart though, so that's pretty funny.
Does he give you wisdom?
No, I've never spoken to him. I've just seen him before.
Have you had the dream again, Jeff?
I'm starting to believe. So our friend Spidey Flash says Dave Filoni was promoted. Yes, we did just talk about that, Spidey Flash, but thank you for your super chat. Also, folks, I'd like to hear your thoughts. You know what the funny part is? I'm seeing a lot of apathy, and I'm seeing a lot of people have more fun talking about anal movie titles or showing respect to the creator of Berserk tonight. So I think our community really couldn't give two shits about Star Wars, and that's sobering to see right now. Holy shit.
It really is. It really is.
Try to tell him.
So Rob Brantz, thank you very much. He says, speaking of better Batman stuff, the Long Halloween Part 2 trailer came out this week, and it looks good as what they showed with Part 1. Rob, I am very excited for this animated feature.
Yep.
I love the art style. It's finally not trying to be anime. And, I'm not shitting on anime, but I don't like how every superhero feature from DC for a while looked very much like that. They went to these other animation studios. These things need to all have their own unique visual style. I need to look at each one of these animated movies and go, that's Dark Knight Returns, that's Hush, that's this, that's Long Halloween. It's not too much to ask. It takes the same amount of time and money to put something cool and creative like that out there with the technology we have. And when they do, I will always go the extra mile to either support it or talk about it to tell people to support it. So I'll watch it. I'll go buy the disc because I like the story, love the story of the Long Halloween. And DC doesn't usually shit the bed with these ones. Dion, where does Long Halloween sit for you?
Oh my God, Long Halloween. It's top 10 easily. I fucking love the Long Halloween. I got it for Christmas or whatever a couple years ago, and I fucking every once in a while I just read it. We went to Florida in February. That was just one of the first things I grabbed to put on my carry-on for the plane because I could read that shit 10 times out of 10.
That's one of the few Batman stories where the twist ending is so good. Like, I don't talk about it. I never want to ruin that story for people. Like, folks, go out, read The Long Halloween. It's a great Batman story. Check out the movie if you like, DC animated features.
Trust me, you do.
Yeah. So, but Rob, thank you very much for Super Chat. Joseph Bienowicz says, hail WCBS. Congrats to you, Jeff. New PC, further mode, the Riddle Gimp. No. As for the spin, Buffalo Bat Jeff chasing Riddler Gimp. I should do some of that artwork. What we can do, Dion, is I'll finalize a Buffalo Jeff design in a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe. It's back burner stuff. We got trading cards and stealing solo and all kinds of fun stuff.
Maybe months.
But yeah, Halloween will be ready. But yeah, Buffalo Jeff, maybe Buffalo Jeff will dress up as each superhero that comes out. So it's like Buffalo Jeff as Black Widow, except he'll just wear her skin. I mean, Scarlett Johansson has lovely skin, right?
I've heard it's okay. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Life is imitating art. I'm becoming Buffalo Jeff. I should stop.
Yeah. You need to take a breather there, buddy.
Yeah, it's too much lie. Wolf's Pain says, looks more like Hush than Riddler, in my opinion. You, sir, are correct. I agree with you. Hush's wrappings look more like that than a.
I feel like I need to watch Hush.
The Hush one is good. It is good. I mean, obviously, read the written one. I still say is better because of the ending on the film. But yeah, the movie's good. I mean, there's some really so much important shit happens in Hush that you got.
The reason I would tell you to read the book over watching the movie is strictly because the artwork is so much better in the book than it is on screen, because they didn't try to emulate Jim Lee's art style, which sucks because Jim Lee is one of the all-time greats. Fuck, he's the co-publisher of DC. Why wouldn't you want to make your Batman Hush Jim Lee's most famous Batman story? Why wouldn't it look just like his artwork? I was disappointed with that, so I haven't watched it for that reason. But yeah, Nick, it's a cool story, and it's one of those fun Batman stories that's got every character. That's why Mafex is releasing those figures.
Awesome.
Did you go into those, Dion?
I did. I really want. I'm that once I complete my my Batman Superman stuff, I'm gonna get Hush Batman and Hush Superman specifically for the fight scene with the fucking kryptonite in the sewer in the poison ivy leaves on them. I want that one real bad. The Mafex Hush Superman is probably the best Superman figure maybe ever. Nice. I know you're. Hey, it's funny. We should do a comparison video one day. You'll pick your Christopher Reeve Metacom. Mm-hmm. No, yeah, and no, you're not Metacom. You're who makes the fucking Mezco? You're Mezco. I'm Mafex. Sorry, they're all M titles, folks. London Fog, thank you very much. London Fog 66 to be exact. He says, with Riddler's mouth covered, is there a possibility of him to sound like Buffalo Jeff? Oh,
maybe.
Saw that one coming. Fuck you.
Riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me that. Who's afraid of Buffalo Jeff?
Apparently, Dion.
Kamikaze, thank you. Oh, you're back. Thank you, sir. Kamikaze says, he looks like the serial killer from that movie, The Collector. Nick, how do you feel about the Collector franchise?
I never watched it. Never really cared for it. It never struck me as anything good. It just like it seemed for me it came around like either when Saw was popular or when there were no more Saw movies and it was trying to fill that gap of like torture porn horror. And I don't really like that kind of stuff, so I just didn't watch it and didn't care for it. Like it because like apparently I think one of the trailers you had like these people enter into a room and like trigger some trap and some other things happened and it was this whole house of just like traps and things, and I was like, oh, this is a Saw movie, just not a Saw movie. So
you're right.
I don't know.
I'm excited.
Not for me.
I had it on when I was drawing once. Both of them actually. There's two of them, right?
Saw movies. There's like 8 of them.
No. The Collector.
Yeah. There's 2 of them. Yeah.
I think I watched them back to back when I was drawing something. I know, folks, if you're ever curious, I was watching The Sopranos when I drew Stealing Solo. I had it on, so there you go. That was I listened to The Sopranos, essentially. Will said, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks says,
Dion, picture this. You, me, and a black beauty locked in a room with a dozen of Gwyneth Paltrow's candles for mood lighting.
Fuck you.
That sounds dangerous.
That sounds like a good time. It's going to be messy, a little stinky, but good.
Why is there big salmon in here?
Yeah. Oh, dude, you can ruin my appetite.
You're welcome.
Thanks. That's why I lost all the weight. Nick tells me gross things and I just don't eat.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to be hungry after this super chat from Cesario, Japan. Okay. What's worse, WCBS panel, the Goop vagina candle, or beer made from the yeast of someone's lady bits? Yes, beer vag exists. Thanks, Jello Apocalypse.
What?
That just sounds unsanitary.
If I
No, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna Google it. I'm not gonna find it. It's not gonna happen.
How would you, okay, real question. If somebody served you the beer, you drank it, you didn't know, and like a week later they explained that it was made from that, would you puke still, or would you just be like, oh?
I just be like, oh, and if it's a week later. But
I
I'd be
think my
pissed.
stomach
Like,
would
don't be
I'd
telling me your mom's yeast juice.
Yeah, I'd punch him in the mouth and be like, "That's what you get, you motherfucker."
Yes, for sure. Definitely that.
Yeah, because you divulged information beforehand.
Yeah, I don't want to be drinking your fucking mom's secrete meats.
God.
Joseph Bienowich says the Gimpler is really Don Rickles, late Nate in his Vegas days.
Dion's been through the desert on a horse named Jamram.
Are you mad, Dion?
Do
you feel betrayed?
Very. My reputation is off.
Guess what, motherfucker?
The audience wants it. The audience gets it.
This is bullshit, audience. You know it and I know it.
I had a button specially made for Kendo. I'm really sad he's not here. Should I show it tonight or wait till next week?
Wait till next week. Make him suffer like me.
Okay. I do have this one though. If anyone needs to, hear it.
Be excellent to each other.
I feel like that's pretty on brand for us. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That makes me happy. So let's read. You know what? Okay, fine. Doug Keller, since we're on the topic of Batman, he says, just remake 8 Miller with Batman in it. We read that one. London Fog. Okay, this is the one I was hoping to get to. By the looks of it, Lois Lane is made out of kryptonite. So that Superman picture that I had up on screen a moment ago really, really pissed off the audience, and I loved reading them rip on that. My take on it, it's going to be a fucking embarrassment. It looks stupid, and why can't Superman be cool like he was in the 90s?
Yeah, I agree. Why can't we get that? Why can't we get that again? It's probably because of toxic masculinity. That's why, because
it's our fault personally. We're the 3 most toxic males on. I don't know, because we don't like Star Wars or some shit. Yeah, great. I'm sorry. It pisses me off because Superman, to make superheroes cool, you don't want to take this route. You got to make us look up to him. People from all ages should go, oh, Superman's awesome. Like 30 years ago, the dude was running around with red underwear over his pants, and everyone still thought he was
no,
cool.
Jeff, you can't look. You can't think Superman's awesome because he's white.
Supposed to want to be him, not be like he's like me.
Yeah,
that's not what this is for. That's not what comic books are about, man. You don't make them like the reader. There's the people, and that's the other people have gotten so far away from making them inspirational that they want to make them nomenclature. They want to make them like the rest of us. It's like, fuck, man. I don't want him to be like me and struggle like me. I want him to be fucking cool. If you want to make a fucking black version, just make it fucking cool.
So speaking of cool, Marvel, are they still cool to you guys?
No.
Now, I had an interesting conversation today. I was at the store picking up buying the mattress, and I was talking to the guy, and he was just asking what we do. And I said, "Oh, we do YouTube stuff." And he subscribed to the channel, so if he hears this, cool. If not, cool. But we were talking about Marvel movies, and I just asked him what he thought about Phase 4, and he goes, "Oh, I'm excited for Phase 4." And then I go, "What do you think about Eternals?" And he goes, "I don't really know what that is." And then we started talking about it. And so a guy, the self-proclaimed big Marvel fan, was just going on about how he doesn't really care about the Eternals. He didn't like the Inhumans. And it was just interesting how somebody who's not a normie, but somebody like a pretty, I'll support all Marvel, even then they're just like, eh. So I think Marvel's in a really terrible position because there are people out there that are going to go see these movies because they like the Marvel brand. But if they're already because they don't know what the fuck it is and it's not good, more and more of these movies are going to mean less and less people show up. So Marvel really, really, really pay attention, because I get it. It's anecdotal, but I am talking to people as often as I can. I'm not hearing different things. We were at dinner the other night, and these guys we're talking to, we gave them a copy of the Stealing Solo book, and they're like, "Oh, you like Star Wars and stuff?" And you're like, "What do you think of the new ones?" I'm like, "I hate them." And these guys are younger. They're in the age demographic for the Disney Star Wars. They start ripping them apart. they fucking hated me too. I'm not
wow.
out there looking for confirmation bias or whatever confirmation bias. It's like I'm just talking to people and it naturally comes up how dissatisfied they are with this shit. It's so nice that the general consensus, maybe I'm not able to pick it from this, but it's like more and more people I talk to, it's kind of the thing. So thank you, future. It's just nice because it's like, oh, you're not yelling into the void on YouTube. Yeah, we're not responsible for these people's opinions or anything like that. There are people out there that went, yeah, I realize what bullshit some of these movies are. So, thanks for being honest.
Yeah, people aren't retarded. They pick up on that stuff.
Now, Kevin Feige is the man responsible for Marvel to a degree. Not the MCU himself. He's not responsible for making the thing all on his own. He's the godfather of it all, but he's the most powerful man right now, and that's cool. He's done overall a good job. I can't all of a sudden retroactively say every movie sucked. No, I was on the ride with everyone else, and I enjoyed it. I was much more satisfied than your average Marvel customer, but I too have reached the point where I'm starting to question things, and the more the truth comes out about the process of these films, the more the I don't know, I guess the rose-tinted glasses have been taken off because I find out how bullshit some of the the motivations behind the films are. So what I'm trying to get at is they wanted to politicize or avert the political nature of Doctor Strange and the Ancient One. So they cast Tilda Swinton and they gave us this bullshit reason. And now, talking about the Ancient One in Shang-Chi, it looks like Kevin Feige might have been caught in a lie. So while I get that pulled up, Dion, Nick, what were your guys' thoughts when you heard about Tilda Swinton playing the Ancient One?
When I heard about it, I was pissed. I legitimately was pissed. And even on the show, I was like, I'm not super excited about Tilda Swinton. And I love Tilda Swinton. I was like, man, I'll check it out. If it's good, it's good. And after watching, I do like it. I like her as the Ancient One. It was not as in your face as I thought I was going to be. At the same time, it's not a damn. It's not a progressive or positive change. Like I love Tilda Swinton. I like her as the Ancient One, but it didn't make Marvel better. It didn't add anything that we felt needed to be added. I mean, outside of them specifically saying her when referencing her and it being a woman, it didn't add anything. So that it was definitely one of those decisions that it was very clear why they made that decision as opposed to making the movie better. But they didn't read the Ancient One and then ask her to audition because they're like, no, we need a woman, and Tilda Swinton is Tilda Swinton.
Yeah. I mean, I know nothing about the Ancient One or any of that stuff. When I watched it, I was like, okay, yeah, she did a good job. They did a good bald cap on her. It's efficient. Tilda Swinton, she's a good actress. But apparently, that wasn't the case. Like from what you guys told me, she's supposed to be a completely different character than what she played.
Yeah, think of like an old Fu Manchu style character. Isn't that the stereotype they call, right? Mm-hmm. Like the mustache name is now a stereotype thing.
Yep.
So he's that kind of character. But let's talk about this specifically. I just wanted to give a little context for the audience to know what we're getting into. So here we go. Where's the goddamn tab? I'm over here like, oh, I got it all queued up. Perfect timing. Everything's sweet. Buttons pressed. No, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, here we go. In a recent interview with Men's Health about the upcoming Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings film, perfect place to talk about that.
Wait, hold on. I feel bad stopping you, but you said Men's Health, right?
Correct.
Okay, why the fuck are all these magazines especially Forbes as well? They're all about Disney and Disney Star Wars and Marvel and this bullshit. It's like it doesn't sell more magazines. It makes you look like jackasses. It makes you don't know how to do your fucking job.
I mean, I understand the synergy of like buying Men's Health and getting ripped like Thor, but I don't look at Men's Health and go, maybe I should read this to get an interview about Shang-Chi and the politics of Marvel.
Exactly.
I get it. Actually, I have a question for you. Do you think Shang-Chi is so insignificant that that's the only place they can talk about this movie and like articles randomly in Men's Health?
Yeah.
People are going to get... Dude, Shang-Chi might be the Marvel honey dick movie. It's like, hey, I want to go see the new Sonic the Hedgehog. Haha, Shang-Chi. You're like, fuck. Like, that's it. Every time you want to go see something else, Marvel makes you watch Shang-Chi. And it's a fine movie. It's nothing wrong, but you just keep being forced to watch it over and over again.
No, absolutely. I think this will definitely be the one where, whenever you see something or know that something is not going to be very successful, they'll say, go buy a Slurpee at 7-Eleven and get a ticket to see blah, 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 blah. This is going to be Marvel's fucking bait and switch honey dicks maneuver. Absolutely it is.
So when you say they're going to do a promotional thing like to buy a ticket, is this going to be like the Captain Marvel of Phase 4?
I think Marvel's will be the Captain Marvel of Phase 4.
Oh, the Eternals?
Yeah. Wait, no, aren't the Marvels supposed to be in Phase 4 too?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is the Marvel. Sorry. My brain went, wait, Captain Marvel 2? Oh, duh. See, the rebranding video I made was fucking true. I didn't even
Yep. He wasn't lying. Shit is real.
They got you so good that even you didn't know what you were talking about.
I got myself because they got me.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck. So back to Men's Health. According to this article, it says that Feige discussed the casting of Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. Men's Health writer Evan Romano claims Feige expressed regret when he stated, "We thought we were being so smart and so cutting edge," in reference to Swinton's casting. Feige went on to say, "We're not to do the cliche out of the wizened old Asian man, but it was a wake up call to say, well, wait a minute, is there any way to figure it out? Is there any way to put both and not fall into the cliche and cast an Asian actor?" And the answer to that is, of course, yes. So it looks like behind the scenes they talk like robots, or this is just public speak.
Well, you know why they're saying that now is because of the all the anti-Asian shit going on. So
it's a weird
the lifestyle.
Hold on. Wasn't Well, I mean, I think I remember hearing the reason they did that is because like the guy in the comic or the character's supposed to be like from Tibet or Nepal or something like that, and they didn't want to put that in there because of the movie's going to go to China, and if that's in there, then they weren't going to buy it or watch it or some shit like that, right? Do I remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got some more actually about that, Nick. Perfect transition. So, the news I just read to you is in dire contrast to what Doctor Strange writer Robert Cargill admitted about the casting. Cargill explained, "The thing about the Ancient One is that it's Marvel's Kobayashi Maru. There is no other character in Marvel's history that is such a cultural landmine that is absolutely unwinnable." He went on to say, "I've been reading a bunch of people talking about it, and it's really frustrating. Excuse me. And the thing about it is this week that most people who have thoughts on it haven't thought it all the way and go, why didn't they just do it? And I could tell you why. I could tell you why every single decision that involves the Ancient One is a bad one, and why it's just like the Kobayashi Maru. It all comes down to which way you're willing to lose," says Cargill. He went on to detail that if Marvel recognized the Ancient One as being from Tibet, as he is in the comics, you risk alienating China. Cargill explained, "The Ancient One was a racist stereotype who comes from the region of the world that is very weird, a weird political place. He originates from Tibet. So if you acknowledge that Tibet is a place and that he is Tibetan, you risk alienating 1 billion people who think that that's bullshit." He elaborates, "and risk the Chinese government going, hey, that is one of the biggest film watching countries in the world. We're not going to show your movie because you decided to get political." Excuse me, but I think getting political is cutting shit out to worry about this market, but whatever, excuse me. Back to this shit though. He says, Cargill even discussed the idea of potentially casting Michelle Yeoh if we decide to get the other way to cater to China in particularly and have him be in Tibet. The thing that makes me pull a hair out is some people are like, why not cast Michelle Yeoh? Well, first of all, Michelle Yeoh is awesome. I would love to make a film with Michelle Yeoh. If you're telling me that you think that it's a good idea to cast a Chinese actress as a Tibetan character, you're out of your damn full mind and have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. He concludes, "The levels of cultural sensitivity around this thing is that everybody is staking out one particular piece and not realizing that every single one out there is losing the proposition. We could pretend the Ancient One doesn't exist and that we are just eradicating one of the main characters from the story to just not deal with race." So now what do you guys think about that bluntness versus Kevin Feige's bullshit?
It's exactly what I've been saying on the show for fucking years. They're not doing it because they care. And the way that they pushed it when Doctor Strange came out was, oh, well, we wanted to put a woman in the... Well, but obviously that's not true either. So, it's again, we've said it for years. There's ways to fucking do it. And obviously this ain't one, Chief. This isn't one. So this corporate double talk of, oh, we're doing it because this, that, and the other. But then, 2021 rolls around. Well, why didn't you use Michelle Yeoh? fuck. I mean, I love Asian people. Blah, blah, blah. We were gonna make her Chinese, but why wouldn't you make him from Tibet? Well, because so it's there's always an excuse. There's never one answer that you can reference going forward if it was the fucking truth, you know. And it's just a prime example of how they actually think. They don't give a fuck about what banner they use on Twitter. All they care about is selling tickets, asses in seats, fucking lips to honey dick. That's the only thing they care about.
Lips to honey dick, you say, huh?
Lips to honey dick. I like that. No, that dude, that's 100% true. Yeah, because from what he just said, I mean, you should just had like the ancient one be like a hooded, mysterious character with like a mask on or some shit. You know, just do that. Just do that. But you know, they didn't think that far ahead, and they were just like, oh, whatever. You know, it'll be fine. This will age well, right? Everyone loves Tilda Swinton. We do, right. But you fucked up. You really did fuck up.
It makes me really appreciate older films because they had the freedom to do what they want. It's interesting how technology has opened up the world, but it's really closed out the creative world, because before, I get it, you would have to think about, you know, I want to write a story about the Orient. Oh, that's offensive now. So, I'm going to write a story about the East. I'm going to write a story about this. Like you take away any kind of the world cannot be a magical place anymore, because you have people online that go, it's offensive if you depict this or that. So you have to make up shit now. I'm waiting for Marvel to go that route. They can only get superheroes from so many different nationalities. Like, I'm waiting for them. This is the part that's going to piss me off, Dion, is when they go and they create a new mixed race superhero for people like me to feel represented. Fuck you people.
Right,
Fuck you so hard. That is the most bullshit thing out there. You know, the next super chat that came in from TLJ Screwjob, I'm really happy to read. You know, I'm going to read it right now, because it's gonna stick with this topic. But he says, sounds like you don't, not to sound like that you don't get it, guys, but they genuinely believe you, Dion, Nick, and Jeff want this. Jimmy Olsen's black, I'll watch it. No, you're not wrong about people believing that. I don't take that personally if you were to say that at all, because I feel it. Dion, Nick, you guys feel that when they put out this weird shit, they expect us to go, oh, it's great, it's progressive, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, 100%, because and here's the thing. Progression is not a sign of quality. I don't care how many people of color, females, or redheads you have in your movie. If the story ain't good and it's bullshit, it's bullshit. I'm sorry. Okay, that's just the way it is. Like, well, what is it? The Eternals are supposed to tick all the goddamn boxes across the board, and guaranteed it's gonna suck.
Dude, they are the fucking box. That's it. It's like this. The Eternals is Marvel's answer to literally Twitter. It's it. Yeah. It's like, what is a Twitter-proof movie? We got every nationality, every skin color, every orientation, everything else in between. There you fucking go. The Eternals. That movie's gonna make $8.
And again, we're not saying that's bad. What we're saying is, you know, when you do it naturally through the process of wanting to tell the best story, and it looks like that, great. But when you make that the focus of the film, like Eternals is clearly they don't want to tell the Eternal story. They want to be able to say, oh, this is the movie that Twitter will come and buy, because they'll have everyone. Angelina Jolie's going to be in it. Smaller titties, but she's going to be in it. We're going to have a random black dude in it. We'll have an Asian dude be one of the Eternals, because it's back in time, right? So there's none of that shit, right, guys? That's why they're doing it. They don't. It's so disingenuous. They're not doing it to make the world a better place. They're doing it to make the world give them money.
Yeah, and as we've seen for the past 5+ years, it's not working at all. Nobody cares for this shit because you're trying too hard. As soon as you start preaching about a movie, it immediately bombs the box office. That's happened so many times now. And you know, all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, you're trying to you think you're doing something the Twitterati wants, the Twitter mob wants, but like they don't buy tickets. The people who yell at the rooftops and you know are fucking couch protesters for this shit. Don't buy tickets for these things. They don't care. They don't give a shit.
They're not subscribing to Disney Plus.
Yeah, they're not subscribing to Disney Plus. They're the ones who see something wrong in the world, and they do the bare fucking minimum to voice their opinion about it, which is just make a 288 character statement and put a couple of hashtags in it. That's what they fucking want. They want to be validated by their goddamn tweet. They don't care about any of this shit in reality. They just care for about like 90 minutes that you know they saw it on their Twitter or that their friends sent it to them. They could care less. They really could.
Well, it looks like Marvel's not going to put out their next 2 movies in China. Have you guys heard about that? Or at least they're not going to be able to put them in.
I saw that, but I thought that was a rumor. I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, it's so far it's a rumor. My guess is there's
okay.
going to be severe edits or heavy edits. I don't really get. I mean, I understand it's all a financial thing, but I don't get how people are so blind to the movies becoming like commercials for what's acceptable in one part of the world. Does anybody else find it weird that people just buy into it or don't catch it?
Well, no, it's
not secret.
Well, no.
Weird they don't catch it. I mean, that's
no. It's one of those things where like they have blinders on for Disney because like they've had these wonderful experiences. They have these family memories. They have these pictures. They have all this stuff. It's been part of their family for years. And they're just like, oh yeah, they're a fun company. They're cool. We have all these things from them. They're okay. And it's hard for them to realize that they are just a company. Their whole thing is to make money by any means necessary. You know, by bending the rules in their favor and trying not to break them. That's what they do. That's how they're doing these things. And to make sure that you don't know about all the shit going on behind the scenes. But, you know, it's 2021, you know, information travels at the speed of light, and that ain't possible anymore.
Well, and I'm not surprised. I mean, it's again, like I said before, they're not aiming for people who have that habit of looking into the movies they're watching. They're going for people's parents who buy shit because it's semi-recognizable, and they buy it like, "Hey, we're gonna watch a movie tonight with the kids and the pizza." You know, they're not giving.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not chasing fans who have an eye for quality. They're chasing fans who only care about quantity. That's it. So it doesn't surprise me that people that people buy into it. That's what the commercial machine wants them to do. They don't give a shit about channels like ours until it starts catching on. People stop buying tickets. They're not going to care about our critical response. All they care about is, hey, these 4 motherfuckers ain't watching the movie. As long as we get, $1 billion worth of other people watching it, who cares? Only when you affect the bottom line do they listen. Only when the bottom line doesn't match projections do they listen. They don't give a shit when they're putting this shit out. Of course not.
Yeah, exactly.
Common denominator.
They want general audience people and family, and that's why all the movies are PG or PG-13, so they can get as much, as many eyeballs and on their movies as they can, and as much money as they can, get out of them. That's all that matters. Yeah,
I'm looking at Shang-Chi. He got relaunched last year. It failed. They relaunched him again this year.
He was one of the lowest selling books last year. That's what made me be like, they're doing the movie,
dude. To me, Shang-Chi and Captain Marvel are engineered superheroes. They're in the fucking the stable that Marvel has. They're these little gems. They represent the right political move or the right political commentary at the time. They own the film rights. They're just the perfect little gems. They represent everything right. And they come like Captain Marvel was not good for every other reason outside of Brie Larson's bullshit. We did strictly judge that movie on what was in it, not anything that was said about it before, after, or thought about. It was just straight up judged on its own merit. I think we're seeing another forced superhero. Now, this one probably won't have any kind of offensive lead up or anything stupid in its launch, and then you're going to have a probably average at best movie. But I'm seeing a trend with Marvel toys out there right now. Hear me out. And it's not just the newest stuff. But right now on the shelves, Shang-Chi, it's pretty deep. I get it. It's not even out yet. You're going to put out toys for the summer movie. I'm not actually saying that it's anything wrong with that. But I'm noticing another trend that Marvel figures based on MCU properties have an initial excitement push, and then they kind of stagnate. Captain Marvel stagnated. That was the first MCU film that I saw toys clearanced before the film was out. I have it on record. We put out videos. You guys can find it. Yep. I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet, but I will. I'm going to make a Dukes Brothers bet that I'm going to see Shang-Chi on clearance across the country before the film's out. This film, yes, I understand there were these world-changing events that delayed production, this, that, and the other. But I think at the end of the day, what Marvel's going to find out is They're giving us a string of unrecognizable heroes that don't matter, and everything that you sell us, you're not selling us how epic this is going to be. You're not telling me how it's going to be martial arts action. You're not telling me how it's going to be this epic story that I've never seen. You're telling me all of these political things. I don't fucking see movies because of your politics. I go see them if they look cool and seem interesting. If you're going to sell me boring bullshit and then market me banal bullshit that I don't even believe in half the time, then why the fuck am I going to see your movies anymore? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, no, you're not. Apologize. We want more of that shit. That's good.
Yeah. We want more fun shit, man. Like John Wick and things like that. Like we want stuff like that.
Hey, that's a fucking perfect goddamn example. That is a perfect fucking example to what Jeff just said too, because it's so apparent to us, right? Because we used to be that target audience. So there's a reason why certain movies have a crazy amount more commercials during, in our day, during Saturday morning cartoon time. That's why so many of these movies have commercials on Nickelodeon, Disney today, because they're not aiming for us. And that's where the quality has gone down, because they're not making or choosing Shang-Chi because he's a cool character with a backstory of a martial arts background and being trained to do this, that, and the other. They're doing it because, kids like bright colors, they like Kung Fu, and now we want to, try and bring in the Asian element. It's the clear-cut manufactured, as you so eloquently put, but also they just don't give a shit. When you only checking boxes, you're talking about how well does it sell? How many units can we move? Can we transition this from film to merchandise sales? You're not caring about the story of the product. They skip over fucking first base and they go to second and third right away. But it's like, you have to go to first base. You can't just run straight across the field to second base. And the story is first base. If you have a movie that is cool, or at least makes sense, where people even subconsciously pick up on it, their kids they're gonna watch it around their kids, and the kids are gonna want the toys. You have to have a first base. They're jumping to let's just get Captain Marvel out because it'll get girls to buy toys. They're not talking about let's make it a good movie that girls will keep watching it and then remind their friends and their kids to buy toys. Let's just get girls to buy toys, skipping over fucking first base.
My cousin's daughter is the prime age for all that marketing bullshit, and she said, unprompted, "Captain Marvel's stupid. I like Wonder Woman." I looked at her, I was like, I liked Wonder Woman way more than I liked Captain Marvel too.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman up until '84 was cool.
Yeah. But Uncle Pepe's my cousin Haley, because right after Endgame came out, because Uncle Pepe's a nerd, as you know, because you've talked to him, he goes, well, what'd you think of Avengers? I was like, yeah, man, we loved it. I was like, yeah, but when they show all the girl Avengers, and my uncle goes, yeah, I took Haley, and he goes, even she was like, yeah, that was a lot. So even their target audience is like, Jesus, because they have the internet. Like, they have decades and generations of good films that ended up being popular with kids. They understand the shit, even if they don't know that they understand it. But even, and she was fucking, what is she, 15 now? She was fucking 13 when that movie came out. And it's like, even she was like, wow, that was heavy-handed,
Yeah. Yeah, and then the target audience has the internet. But I mean, this seems like one of those Quibi things, like, you've been in the business this long. You think audiences, and you're going to put all your money on this thing. It's like, but do you really know audiences? Because your profits don't show that. Like, the money that's coming in isn't coming in, and it's showing because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Plus the popularity of your products and everything, that nobody cares. So you can keep pushing these ideas, these characters, these things you think we want, but our dollar, I mean, our wallets are saying something different. For some reason, you're not listening, and you keep trying to force it on us and thinking, where are the bad people who aren't getting you? But like, that's not the case. You don't get us, and you're suffering because you're not listening to what we're saying. And that's what's happening right now. And they're never going to get it. They're never ever going to get it.
Lodine74 says, but kids aren't buying toys anyways. Playing video games, yes, maybe doing the Lego, but they don't like toys like we did as kids. Now, you are correct about that, but let me give you a counterpoint to that. You brought up video games yourself. Marvel released a massive Avengers video game last year. It was meant to be the biggest release ever. What we ended up finding out is a dog shit video game that's a fucking cover for a Miss Marvel game. Yeah, you're like, oh, this is gonna be epic, this and that. It's a lot of Miss Marvel. People aren't buying it up. It is considered a failure. It is not a success. It is on clearance everywhere. I know games go on sale, but this is one of those things where it's like, let's get rid of this as soon as it comes out. It's not that popular. People are ripping it apart. Everyone go into the comments section. I was going to make a long form video about it, and I lost it because I took so many notes. It just got overwhelming. Like that game lost its way. Some of these movies will lose their way. You know, Dion, it's really sad when you talk about these consumers that want more quantity instead of quality. And I realized that is so much of what goes on today. And I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and went, fuck, what can you do? Right. I get it. A lot of these emotions are a motherfucker. You can get on this good shit from these movies and you're always chasing that high. To this day, I still say The Avengers was the greatest theater going experience I ever had. But I'm kind of realistic to the fact what was achieved on that day versus what is going to happen. To me, it's diminishing return. The last time I got emotionally invested in one of the Marvel films was Infinity War, especially when Iron Man got stabbed. I'm like, yes, because other reasons, but I was so into that story. And that's why I always went to bat for these Marvel movies. Because I got an emotion out of it. When I read the old books as a kid, I'd go, oh, this is cool. I'm feeling something. I like this. I understand what, these characters are doing, blah, blah, blah. I really get it. I'm feeling something. I was on the emotional roller coaster, not in the same way that Endgame represents. That's where I lost it. But holy shit, this story is pretty complex. Wow, they did do 20 movies in a row. Wow, this is justification and comeuppance and this and that. It really felt refreshing. This is also, folks, this is like 6 months after The Last Jedi came out and broke my fucking heart again. It's like, hey, your heart's broken in half from The Force Awakens. Let's stomp on it again. Last Jedi. And so all of this stuff was so refreshing, cool. And then you get to the end game and it really feels like a McDonald's Happy Meal. Before it was like Outback Steakhouse. Pretty good. Some people, that's the best they can have or ever will have. But most of us know there's another line of steakhouses out there above Outback. Pick your choice. But now it feels like we're just getting served up maybe Five Guys. It's a step down from an Outback steak, but it's still not McDonald's. I don't know. It sucks to be shoveled crap, and if you don't eat it up, you're considered, you're the problem. It's like, does anyone else not see what happened here?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And that it just sucks too because it's that emotional knee-jerk reaction that they're going for. They want people to be like, defend our movie. We don't care if you say it, because we got plausible deniability, but we want you to be calling, other moviegoers, fucking racists and shit, because that means that you're passionate about our movie. I don't care if you ever go back again. I just want you to give me that ticket money, bitch. That's what it is. And it does suck, man. It really sucks.
Yeah, and I think with what happened in the world this last year, and a lot of people really not going back on the decisions they've made lately. It seems like they're financially getting the message, like, you're losing money, then this is happening for a reason. Like, get your shit together. So,
yeah. So, is there anything else you guys want to say about the China stuff? I mean, I'm not surprised. Every week, it seems like we're getting more and more confirmation that this is the way the world's going, and it sucks. And thankfully, some people are fighting against it. So, support entertainment, folks. Choose what you want to watch carefully.
Yeah, definitely. Use your money wisely when you get your entertainment. That's for sure. But yeah, dude, it sucks. But I'm glad the way things work now, where people are talking out from behind the scenes, and you can get the full story, even though it comes a little bit later. But at least you know what's happening, and then you can make your decision accordingly. Yeah.
Like we say, folks, we can't call for boycotts, this, that, and the other, but make up your mind. That's all we ever say. So yes, folks, smash the muff button, please. We have over 660 people watching, but only 488 thumbs up. So let's jump into a couple of the super chats for the audience, and then we will continue the show. We have many more topics tonight, folks, so let's get ready.
This ecto containment system that Spengler and I have in mind is going to require a load of bread to capitalize. Where are we going to get the money?
I don't know.
Primer said, I miss those guys.
I do too, man.
Such a like I can never say like I can never say bad things about the movie because it's done so well on a technical level and story and everything that man, it's just so good. So good.
It is. Last night, 2 nights ago, I got to describe Woke Busters. Somebody asked me what I was working on, and I was telling them on a live stream, and it sounds cool. So, yeah, people like the ideas we have for Woke Busters, guys. So we need to watch Ghostbusters and get in that mindset.
Yeah.
Now, Primer says,
"Don't have a good time."
I promise. Primer says that Superman show looked like an unappealing hybrid between Americanized anime style and Cal Arts. DC is desperate to reclaim the attention of normies. We're going to talk about something next that might capture the attention of some normies, but what do you guys think is good? Okay, you're an executive at any company. What big property are you going to make appeal to normies? And how so?
Damn, dude, that's a fucking little bit of a hydrogen bomb you dropped there. I think if I could choose any property right now, for fucking normies, dude.
Okay. Oh, well, like nothing that's been out already. Is that a stipulation? Like anything that's been out already? Like something we nerds know? Like that's deep?
No, it's got to be like a thing. Like, let's say you're gonna get to make a DC. Okay, fine. Let's rephrase it. You're DC. You have to make something to appeal to normies. What do you do?
I mean, to give him the corporate answer, the flavor of the month. So right now, goofy, really teeny bopper stuff like TikTok is very popular. So if I'm trying to make it appeal to normies, I'm emulating that. So you pick something like a Teen Titans, but you make them more teenager of the 21st century. So they're on their phones, they're using apps. You're referencing social media and shit like that in your property, and you're leaning towards a more characters that look like Ezra Miller as opposed to fucking Ben Affleck. So if I had a gun in the back of my head, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just want to see them make Batman really cool. I know that's a shitty answer, but I don't think the Snyderverse is the right thing to do to appeal to normies because everyone goes,
it clearly isn't working.
Well, you know what my answer to all that is, Dion? When somebody says if they go back to the Snyderverse, it'll work for normies. It didn't work the first time. Those people didn't show up. The people that you think are going to show up for this movie are alive and kicking. They're out there. They didn't see these movies for a choice or for a reason. That's what I say about Star Wars. They didn't come back. The first one made $2 billion, becoming the biggest film of all time until the Avengers thankfully put it out of its misery. But those people, that money just up and vanished to the point where the third one makes barely $1 billion. That's a lot of people that didn't show up. That's what's happened here.
That's a change of $1 billion over the course of 2 films. That's fucking huge.
Yeah, it is.
There's, and when people always want to defend Kathleen Kennedy and stuff like, yes, it made $1 billion. Like that's not the benchmark anymore. Mm-mm. If you make $1 billion and you could have made $2.5 billion, yeah, of course you're happy with the $1 billion, but you're like, yo, we could have had $1.5 more billion fucking dollars. That is insane, and that's why people, and it pisses me off since we're ranting on. All three of us have had a couple rants. That's why that's what makes them a failure. That's why Captain Marvel is a failure. All their defenders, all the fucking readers of fucking Twitch and Esquire and shit. Well, it made $1 billion, so you're wrong. You're just being sexist. No, if done correctly, it could have made $1.5–2 billion. It was coming out before the marquee film. The fact that it barely reached $1 billion means they lost out on another $1 billion. People lose jobs when the projection is that fucking high. Like, that's not me exaggerating. If you tell your boss we're projecting we're gonna make $1.5 billion on this movie, and you barely make $1 billion, yeah, your boss is like, "Yep, you made $1 billion." But where's the other $500 million we could have had on this fucking movie?
And then you get fired.
And then you get fired because you projected $1.5.
Dion, you don't get fired. You get moved over you get a promotion in Hollywood.
True.
You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, that's like, one of the reasons why we got this show.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't lie, if you know what I mean. I'm doing it for you guys.
Yeah. Hollywood is the only place where you can fail up. Like, I would love to fail up in Hollywood. That'd be great.
Well, Tarn, you are correct too. You also have to take into consideration the cost to make the film plus advertising. Yes. Rise of Skywalker cost them $300 to $500 million just to make an absent toy line, and you had a recipe for a disaster. Yes. Sir, you are correct. We covered that last year when I broke down the numbers, and you do the 2.5 multiplier. It's not hard to do this fast and hard math because no matter what you get, it's not a success.
Yeah, and plus, they were still shooting the Rise of Skywalker like what, a month before it actually hit theaters.
Oh, they were still showing. They were still editing it.
Yeah, like it was, dude. Like, and you know, all those people editing, shooting, transferring footage, like that costs money.
Yep.
Putting, the lights for the editing booths, all that shit. All of that shit costs money. And you were pumping in and you were just pumping all of it into this project that was just a pile of shit from the jump. And you're just like, let's just get it done and get it out. It's like,
it was a glorious failure.
Oh, dude. Oh,
which one?
I still Rise of Skywalker. I still remember almost getting kicked out because of Dion, because he kept like yelling at the screen. It was hilarious.
Listen, and see you tell it like, we were drinking or something before him. Obviously we were. And then you tell it like, I was the only one. Listen, I would react, and people were laughing. They were like, "Yeah, that's fucking."
No, it was. I mean, everybody kept looking at you because I guess you were loud on your side or whatever. But like, everybody kept looking at you the whole time. Every time you were like, "What?"
Yeah.
It was so bad.
There was some I guess kid or guy who was really small, like holding a lightsaber, dressed as like Anakin or something, who kept giving you like the death stare, and I was like, he's the one who's gonna go walk out and get the manager and like get you removed. It's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm emotional during movies. God damn it!
Yeah,
that's okay.
Fine, that's fine, man. We would have walked out in solidarity with you. It's fine.
Keith wouldn't have.
Yeah, he probably he did want to see it, but I mean, I know that we all had the same reaction with the whole. Oh yeah, I'm not going. General Leia has me looking at old school Star Destroyer schematics. Like what? What do you mean? No, cloning, everlasting life, things only the Sith know. God damn it, Dominic! Why'd you say that line? Why'd you say that line? That's crazy that people listen.
Why was he cast in that
fine.
movie?
Because it was J.J. Abrams doing, like, they were, because he knew how big of a fan he was from Lost. It was literally him doing his friend a favor.
Oh, okay, that's okay then. I thought it was gonna be some bullshit like Lord of the Rings connection because he was in that. They're trying to cross all the franchises. It's like, nah, it's my friend. I'm done asking questions. Being out here in LI, if I was making a Star Wars movie, your ass would be in it, and you'd have a speaking line. Everybody would have a speaking line.
My man. When one of us eat, we all eat. I'm getting in with the Screen Actors Guild, then I'm becoming one of the greatest villains of all time and beam level action movies.
I want to be the Clancy Brown of the new millennium.
Clancy Brown. That's a hell of a reference, sir. You really are world class.
I just want to make 10 films with the name My Black Ass in it. That's all I want.
I mean, that's kind of all you can do. Once you reach 11, you're done.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
But all the Scorcher movies were awesome.
Who left the fridge open?
Oh God.
Oh shit.
I love Tug Speedman.
Tug Speedman, man. He's a fucking man.
God, I love that movie so much.
Watched it the other day. I was watching clips. I said, fuck it. I just rented it on YouTube and watched that shit. Survive!
That's your fucking line right there.
I fucking love. That's my favorite part of that whole movie.
Who's the grip? Punch him really fucking hard. Sorry.
I remember, dude. I remember somebody showed the picture of the cast, like, in their costumes, and then someone's like, "Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.'s in that picture somewhere." I'm like, "No, he's not. You're fucking with me." And they're like, "Yeah, he's the black guy." I'm like, "You are fucking with me really hard right now. No way. Ain't gonna happen."
2008 was such a magical time.
That's my favorite joke about Iron Man. Who do you want to have play Rhodey? Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. I forgot about those memes when Iron Man 2 fucking came out. Holy shit, man. Oh my god, that was so great. God damn. And just cover me, you limp dick fuckers. Oh my god. Back when Brandon T. Jackson had a future.
Oh god, because I remember when that happened, and I was like, you are fucking kidding me. There's no way that they did that. Yep, they did it, and it was done so well, and it was all done so well. And oh man, it's insane to think.
It's so funny.
Yeah, in 08 we had, Oh my god, I would love to see Iron Man 1 remade with him as Rhodes.
Yeah, dude, it'd be amazing.
That would be so good. Oh my god, dude. I mean, I don't turn off the DVD commentary. Oh my god, dude.
One thing
the saddest story for me though is when Jamie Foxx is on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he and Jamie Foxx were working on a movie where he was in blackface again, and it was supposed to be really fucking funny, but they ended it because RDJ was too scared to do it. I want to see that movie so bad.
I do too. We need a high council watch party of Tropic Thunder. Yeah, we can make that happen.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, a big watch party and invite a bunch of people.
God, man. God, that was a great period of time, but oh my god, fucking Tropic Thunder. Survive!
Motherfucker.
I'm stalking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will fuck you up. Oh, that's Tom Cruise.
He's so great. Hey, Albatross has a really interesting super chat, and I kind of agree. He says, I can't take my eyes off Lois's crotch for some reason.
Sometimes it happens a lot more than you think.
Are you willing to admit that publicly too?
Not for the record.
Me neither. Moving on to Dr. Coffin. What's up, dude? He says, they made the Riddler look like Dr. Blasphemy from Rick Veit's Brat Pack comic book from 1991, which I highly recommend, by the way.
Jesus.
Well, I'm going to take a recommendation and take a picture of that right now, Dr. Coffin Nails. Boom. Also, Dr. Coffin Nails, please make sure you come to Horror Hound. It'll be, what the fuck is happening outside?
Them cats is getting fucked up.
Yeah, fuck this neighborhood.
Survive.
I'll try.
Two hobos trying to bang outside.
Under the boardwalk. Anyway. Hey, who do you guys think the hottest Lois Lane is?
Oh, Terry fucking Hatcher.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. Yeah.
She is so fine in general, but in Lois and Clark, god damn, she was fine. Dude, fucking early 2000s, late 90s Terry Hatcher is she's 100% a Roll Tider.
Yep.
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? I don't even live on a main street. Who drives like this? Anyway, back to the sexiness of Lois Lane. I'm with you on Terry Hatcher. She was really hot, though. Who was really hot in the movie Black Christmas was Margot Kidder. I don't consider her like this great beauty, but Black Christmas Margot Kidder and kind of Superman 1. I'm not saying she's better than Kate Bosworth, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yep, I can
by a lot.
Yes, I concur.
iBob, what a great name. He says, am I the only one who thinks Lois looks like an aged up ripoff of the main character from Owl House? I have to look up Owl House real quick. So Owl House. Yep. Wow. Did you guys know that there's a cartoon about the early adventures of Lois Lane?
Yes, I did.
Of course there is.
And it looks really bad.
Yeah, it's called Owl House, starring Rachel Maddow Jr.
Rachel Maddow Jr. I was like, wait a minute, she really doing the voice? God damn it.
Hell, I don't know. It's probably Amy Poehler or somebody.
Yeah, you're pretty right.
Probably.
Yeah. Once again, it's something that they put a lot of money and thought into, not a lot of thought into, and made it. And they're like, yeah, people can love this, and nobody gave two shits about it. This is the first I'm hearing about it right now. So,
nobody super famous is in whatever the Owl House is.
Okay.
I don't think it's for us, and I don't think it's for D2 either.
Probably not.
He is too smart of a child.
Yes, he is going to fall for that shit.
Let's see. AJ Journeyman says, "Hi, Jeff. I have an alternate choice for Buffalo Jeff. If I Love You Forever doesn't work out, a poem called Trees by Joyce Kilmer. You can find it online, and Jor-El read it in Superman 2. Well, AJ Journeyman, since you're a fan and a patron and all that stuff, I'll read that for you. I will definitely put that on Patreon as Buffalo Jeff. Let me take a picture. I might look that up for tomorrow's Patreon recording session. Plus, the Superman 2 connection always makes it cool. But yeah, once I go home, maybe I'll go read it again. I don't know. I gotta get some stuff right before I read that as Buffalo Jeff. It's a soul-crushing experience. Our friend Jhando4, thank you very much. He said right before everything just scrolled down, I'm going to keep talking until I find it. Here we are. I found it. Quoth George Carlin. It's all bullshit and it's bad for you. It's like, can we like the DC SJW scrape the bottom of the barrel any harder? They can't. They cannot scrape it any harder because they've gone through the fucking thing. Through the floor, through the sub-basement, crust of the earth. Don't we now believe in a hollow earth or some bullshit with Godzilla and the King of the Monsters down there?
Yes.
yes.
Go see that movie. It's fun.
I did watch that movie. It was fun. I didn't love it, but I didn't dislike it either.
Oh, well, yeah, good. I'll take it as a W. W.
Yeah. Really? Really?
You know, eventually it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen.
Fuck you, man. You know.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
There you go. I did it for you, okay? Just for you.
I now challenge you in a hardcore match.
There you go.
Fucking shoulder shimmy.
Every time, bro. The shoulder shimmy. Our friend Wolfspain says, "Does Lewis's left leg look detached to y'all?" Oh, well, now that he's Lewis Lane, let me see his. Did I keep
don't joke about that shit because they'll gender swap them in a heartbeat. it'll be Karen Kent and Lewis Lane.
Here, let's pull the image up again. Is this what we're zooming in on?
Yep.
No thanks.
Yep.
Look at fucking Jimmy.
He's so happy right now.
He's just happy to be there. He's like, I got a job at the
he's,
desk. Who's he looking at?
He's like, I'm happy to be included.
But he's like looking up. He's just
I don't know what he's supposed to be looking at. Yeah, he's not looking.
He's a fucking photographer. How's he going to get a good sight? His lens cap is on.
Oh,
so
Lord.
You suck, Jimmy Olsen. The Daily Planet's going to have nothing. Harry White's going to be on
Daily Bugle.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking. Yeah, there's pictures of her fucking elbow, and Clark's writing gibberish because he's not even looking at what Lois is looking at.
Did you say he's trying to motorboat Lois?
That's a lot more productive than what
there's
they're doing
probably
right now.
There's probably nothing there to motorboat. Okay, look.
If it's a new show, of course it's not. Boobs are evil to these people.
Yep.
How are they so? They're so great.
They're wonderful.
Dion knows. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at the response. I haven't. This is one of those images that I put up just expecting to like talk about it briefly and move on, but like people really fucking
just every time I put in the picture, the chat flares up. I'm just like, holy crap.
Yeah, well, we will talk about everything you guys hate and love. Wolf's Pain, thank you very much. TLJ Screwjob says over under on Jamal Olsen taking over. Sorry, over under on Jamal Olsen talking in Ebonics instead of Jimmy Olsen's 50s golly G slang.
Okay.
I won't say likely, but I say it's above zero.
It's above zero.
Wait, are you sure?
Yes.
Positive.
Yeah, brother.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Damn it. I fell for that one. That was good.
Yeah.
God damn you. That was good.
Dumb and Dumber is a top 10 favorite movie. I'm sad that it took me this long to get a Dumb and Dumber button.
Got me good.
You got it. Wolf's Pain meant to say, sorry, right leg.
Yeah,
I mean... So, as someone who draws regularly, almost daily, I wouldn't draw this, but it's just poorly designed. Poorly.
Yeah, none of this looks entertaining or appealing at all.
This is a one season show, and they're treating it as such.
Well, it's a one season show to us, but I'm sure they'll get 8 out of it because they'll keep pumping money into it and advertising and whatever.
Animated shows are tough enough to have multiple seasons. With this shit, they if no one watches it right away, they're not watching that shit. They're not gonna keep going with that. Young Justice got cut after just 2 seasons.
Didn't they cancel that show because too many girls watched it and they didn't sell enough merchandise? Like, wasn't that the official answer they gave
for what?
Young Justice being canceled.
Wasn't selling any toys. Yep, that's exactly what it was. And
it's really, always these great shows that get fucking canceled. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That show was awesome.
Yes, 100%.
I think in the pantheon of great Marvel cartoons, that's a top 5, maybe top 4. I think I'm going to give X-Men the nod, and then the Spectacular Spider-Man, then X-Men, then Avengers, then the old Spider-Man cartoon. That's my official ranking.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was very, very, until I finally watched it, biased for 90s Spider-Man. I had it in my top 3. Spectacular is fantastic. I was like, okay, I regret missing out on this, a couple years ago. But yeah, I gotta go with Spectacular, X-Men, 90s Spider-Man, then Avengers, Mightiest Heroes.
Good choices. We should get together and watch some of those.
We should absolutely do that, and then maybe even have a couple just like soft throws talking about them.
Yeah. I think a lot of people miss those shows. Goon Savior,
dude. Oh my god!
Now this new Batman show that they're going to pump out from J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves and other people. You guys want to hear about it?
Yeah.
I loved the in unison. So Matt Reeves, J.J. Abrams, and Bruce Timm creating new animated Batman series that will be a reimagining of the Batman mythology.
Oh, get fucked.
Yep. Now, I'm not writing this off. I just want to say this preemptively. I fucking hate the ear design of Batman.
Yeah, that looks like shit. But also,
I've always hated the huge ears.
Yeah. Like also, you said the worst name, like J.J. Abrams. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fucking watch it. Him do a cartoon now, no.
Well, and
then he said reimagine. I'm just like, that's a real big red flag. I'm sorry, you're gonna reimagine Batman's origin story. Snyder tried doing that. Snyder did that bullshit too, and so did Nolan. And it's like, we need to not worry about the fucking origin story. Just tell a good one. We all know how he came to be, like everybody does. So
one of these days, they're gonna make something that just shits the bed again, and we're gonna be back to 1997 with Batman. So. Now, in a press release, Warner Media details that the series will be the reimagining of the Batman mythology. It'll once again reinvent Batman and his iconic rogues gallery with sophisticated storytelling, nuanced characters, and intense action sequences, all set in a visually striking world. My artist brain can't shut off the fact that I hate these ears so much, and this could be the best Batman cartoon, but I'm never going to like it because I hate how he fucking looks. It should be the other design.
It's super irritating.
It hurts. It hurts to look at it. It's so fucking ugly to me. He looks like Satan from Fantasia.
Well, that's the thing too. That's always the mark of a bad Batman cartoon is when animated show is when the ears are too long because it's just that one step over too gothic. Because you're not thinking bats. That's the where I draw the line is the length of the ears.
So. Back to this, though. This is where I'm getting a little worried. So they're bringing up the sacred show. Warner Media is hoping to capture the magic of Batman, the animated series, but with modern technology. The press release explains the series will utilize state-of-the-art animation techniques and technologies available. The series was announced by Warner Global Kids, Young Adult, blah, 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 who cares? The Register made it clear that they want to recapture the magic of Batman the Animated Series. He states, Batman the Animated Series was a masterpiece that shaped the perception of the character for an entire generation of fans. He added that in the spirit that we're bringing together 3 master storytellers, JJ, fuck him, Matt and Bruce, I respect the other 2, each with their own intuitive understanding and affection for the character, to create a new series that will continue in the same groundbreaking legacy. They continue. It was always fun to feed the insatiable appetite fans have for all things Batman. Batman Caped Crusader will entertain first-time and die-hard fans alike. With such impressive creative teams in place, we know we have another future Batman classic in the making. Do we think they're going to capture the magic of Batman the animated series?
No, not even 1% of it. They're not going to capture anything of it. I love how they didn't even say storytelling. They said they put up a bunch of technical stuff. It's like, oh, we're gonna use CG and the most modern stuff. No, I don't fucking care if you draw it on a napkin. If the story's compelling, I'm gonna watch it. Okay. I don't care what technology you use. Just make a compelling story that I can that means something to me. Like, make something fun. I don't care how you draw it. Just make it interesting, make the story good, make the character compelling. Don't fucking reimagine his goddamn origin story because we all know what it is. Just make it good.
If I'm going to be an adult, which I will, I can overlook the shitty ears if the show's awesome. I didn't want to like Batman the Brave and the Bold on principle, but it's so fun. Like, how can anyone hate that show? It's like if Adam West Batman had a cartoon. Like, it's a different iteration of Batman. But I'm really worried about what they say, trying to capture the magic of Batman the Animated Series. J.J. Abrams is the worst nerd guy. He's like everywhere, but he should be nowhere. Like, I'm sure you have creative merit on your own properties and on Lost and all this other bullshit that brought you to the table. But consistently, since J.J. Abrams has touched mainstream properties that have history, he has not delivered. Star Trek, Star Wars, you really fucked that up, and I do not trust you at DC Comics. DC bet on the wrong person. I understand that J.J. Abrams' name brings in a lot of people, but here's a paradox. They're putting his name on shit that would bring people in anyway because it's a recognizable brand. So where do you draw the line? Are you just going to do that and say, well, it's guaranteed to be a hit because J.J. Abrams' name is on it, but it's also called Star Wars or Batman. Anyone could make those fucking movies and they'd all make money. So maybe the guy's not that big of a deal. You just keep attaching him to sure things, and guess what? He somehow fucks it up. Yeah, your phone agrees.
That's exactly right. It really is.
Yeah, and I don't know why he keeps getting this praise for stuff when he keeps losing people money and like not completing his goddamn shows that he was making. Like, he's the worst at endings, I swear. He can't finish anything for shit. No. And like, he's just a Steven Spielberg copycat. That's all he is. And I guess he got bullied too much as a kid or whatever, and then he finally made it into Hollywood, and he's one of the big dogs, whatever. And he's trying to take it out on all the nerds, I guess, who all the stuff he used to love, and he's making it in his own fashion from some notebook he wrote when he was 8 or whatever. Like, it ain't working. It ain't working, bro. I don't care how many swirlies you got. Calm the fuck down. You suck at your job. Just leave.
So, Batman, please just don't ruin our childhoods this time. It's a great show. You guys know what you have with the legacy of Batman the Animated Series. If I was going to see anything from that show, it would just be the remaster they did on HBO. Leave the show as is. I don't trust them anymore. If you would have asked me 10, 15, 5 years ago, if you would have said, Jeff, do you want to see more Batman the Animated Series? I'd have said, fuck yes. I would have paid to work. I would have, please let me just clean up a place to work on this show. It would have been cool. But now, after just our brands or our big IP characters just keep getting shit on systematically, why should you get excited? How can you get excited is the bigger question. So, thanks, J.J. Abrams. Kiss my ass. Bob Gale. Bob Gable. I keep saying Bob Gale like it's the Bob Gale from Back to the Future. It's wishful thinking. So I apologize. But Bob Gable says it's new Coke, but Coca-Cola realized their mistake and brought back classic Coke and made millions. That's their only chance. It is their only chance.
Yeah, but but see what's happening now is like they've pumped like, I guess, like $10 billion into New Coke, and they want New Coke to be New Coke, and they want it to succeed. So they're still going to say it's the best Coke ever, regardless of, the consumers know old Coke is just way better. But they want us to believe, and they believe themselves because they've drank enough of it, that New Coke is going to be the best, and that we're horrible people for not liking New Coke, and we're racist and sexist for not liking New Coke. That's how it works for them, and I don't know how And they're not making any money off New Coke, and I don't know why they keep doing that. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No clue. Excuse me. Waiting for Nerdrotic, thank you very much, says Filoni gave us helicopter lightsabers. He isn't it. Yeah, I should stop trying to be optimistic about that.
Good point.
Yeah, I saw that clip, and I remember seeing that clip, and I was like, no, I'm sorry, I can't condone that.
Honest question for you guys. Not trying to ask as a cynical Star Wars fan, but this is for everyone in the chat. Give me your honest answer. Has there been anything iconic to come from the Disney Star Wars? Be honest with yourselves. I'll wait for your answers.
No.
The
first one is a blatant copy of New Hope. And after that,
you're talking legendary in terms of like it will be talked about, 20, 25 years from now level shit.
So
no, I mean, no. There has been the lack at which they cared about it, and the dumb shit they've done, and the way that they've taken the story that is really really simple and has been told. Like they had 3 movies to look at before, and somehow they couldn't like continue that story. The fact they messed it up this bad is what is the mark that they've left on Star Wars.
And technically, Darth Maul was brought back when it was still under Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
It wasn't Disney at that point.
So, iconic mistakes, I agree with that. Mostly no's, legendary failures, 2 words, Rose Tico.
Family.
Yeah. Family. I'm not that second movie like broke the fandom, I swear. Because I've talked to people who watch that and then they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch any more of these movies. I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It was really bad. I mean, and the defenders on Twitter are just amazing, where they're just like, yeah, well, you have to think about, like, no, we're talking about the success of the movie. We're not talking about their intention.
Yeah, and that's one thing I fucking hate. People are like, oh, you've seen for what it could have been. It's like, no, fuck you and that fucking dumb argument. I'm not going to see for what it could have been. I'm seeing for what it was and what we got. It was shit. The story didn't make sense, so they screwed up. And the third one was just like the dumpster fire to end all dumpster fires. It was bad. Let's move on.
Yeah. So up next, we had a message from our friend Adam Wofford who says, so I'm late and you guys are on time. If I'm early and you guys are late, Hollywood can't really write a real scary, smart villain or hero because they are not that smart.
We know this.
Sorry, there's something going on outside. It keeps throwing me off. I apologize. It's like some lady screaming.
You know what? When next week's show is silent, it's going to throw you off because it's silent and there's nothing going on.
And then I will finally get conditioned back to the way things used to be.
I hope so, man. I really do.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Every Thursday, I'm going into the office. I'm closing the door. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters. Nothing. God, it's going to be so great. I love the era of the show. One day I'll call this place what it's actually called, the specific era. But for this, we'll just call it the first resident era of California. This was a nice stretch of show, but I'm not going to miss it.
Can't say I blame you.
007 Cloud says, how much Berserk have you seen / read besides the one what the fuck part? Nice that someone got you the leather bound versions. It is nice. Wink, wink. Jesse and I watched something really fucked up. Maybe it was the 2016 one, but we watched. She's on the stream, but I've mentioned that one before. That I went back and showed her shit when we were not sober. I won't say exactly what we were doing, but not too deep. Inappropriate. I'm not going to act like I've read everything or watched everything yet. I've just been busy, straight up. But, I do have a nice flight planned to go visit my mom, so I'll take some books. TLJ Screwjob says, Jeff, you said inkers. Darn internet problem. Inkers are one of the most important parts of the comic book process. Dean Domino says, R.I.P. Kentaro Miura, author / artist of Berserk, a true legend. Fun fact, he stated that his favorite film was A New Hope. 4th story arc of Berserk known as Millennium Falcon arc. Femto and Guts armor equals Vader. Let's look that up real quick. Femto Berserk, boom. I think one day we're gonna get a. Oh, I tried to get us a sponsorship deal today.
Really?
Oh,
I'll tell you with who later. It could happen if I really wanted to push it. I just don't. It's not like a big name or a big get. I just don't want to like make an announcement and have people think we're doing it yet. It just popped up into my brain.
Gotcha.
I'll message you guys. This guy looks creepy as. Wait, maybe this is the one I've seen. Is this guy's weird as shit? Is this the thing with the arm that it ate? Anyway, I don't know. This is fucking weird. I like this type of shit. If I knew how to create it, I would. But my brain looks at it and goes, "I'm not that damaged." So,
and that's a good thing.
I can hope. Breadman Productions, thank you very much. He asks, random question. What makes a film a 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, etc. in your guys' books? Also, Buffalo Jeff should sing Hide and Seek by Liz Robinette to Dion. Maybe Dion, I might sing you a song later. My voice is a little dry. I should drink some more liquid.
You don't have to.
To answer your question, though, Breadman Productions, for me, a 10 out of 10 has to be a film. We'll use Back to the Future. Wouldn't change a single frame of it. Love everything.
Yeah, like Ghostbusters as well. I think is the same vein. It's like a 10 out of 10 because like, I got the 5-disc thing a couple years ago, and it had the deleted scenes, like every one of them, and they're wonderful scenes to watch, like they're wonderful things to have in the background. But if you replace any frame of that movie with any of those deleted scenes, the cohesion of it and everything that the pacing of it is messed up immediately. Like it's just perfect on all fronts, like that's the thing.
I'm with you about Ghostbusters being a perfect 10. See, Star Wars there's a version of Star Wars that's a 10 out of 10, but like the McClunky version isn't a 10 out of 10 anymore. The Jabba scene isn't a 10 out of 10 anymore. Like there's a time where Star Wars is a 10 out of 10 movie for me, but because of whatever, But to answer your question about distinction, for me, a 10 out of 10's got to be perfect. An 8 out of 10 is like, God damn, that was really good. An 8 out of 10 movie for me is like, I thought Baby Driver was that awesome when I first saw it.
Yeah.
I think I would actually put Shaun of the Dead as an 8 out of 10 movie as well.
Yeah, the Edgar Wright stuff is definitely up there because he knows what he's doing really well, and he kind of edits to music and stuff like that, so that helps out a lot too.
Dude, I'll tell you though, Hot Fuzz is a 10 for me.
Ooh, yeah,
Hot Fuzz is definitely an 8. I'd say a 9. It's definitely a 9.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there for sure. How about well, I mean, dude, I guess we consider Die Hard a 10 out of 10 then. Because that hits on all cylinders, I guess.
Yeah, that and Beverly Hills Cop. I guess my top 10 favorite movies I would just give 10s to. Like they're perfect for me.
Yeah.
Wild Katarn, I could make that happen.
Yeah. Once we get to 6 out of 10, we get really heavily crucial into what makes it up in those brackets, because I mean it's got to be like we've been talking about, damn perfect. It's got to be really up there.
And I'm pretty generous with my ratings. Like, I think I gave The Force Awakens a 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Last Jedi's a 2.
Yeah.
Like, I legitimately consider that movie a 2 out of 10. Not for funny or not for comedy, not for anything here on YouTube. I just think it's that bad. And then there are movies like a Wayne's World 2 where most people are like, that's not that good. But I'd say, Wayne's World 2 is like a 6 out of 10. It's 60% good.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess I'm a little nicer than usual, people.
Well, yeah, when it comes to objectivity, I every road I give below a 5 because 50% is not a passing grade. So
yeah, exactly.
My threshold is if it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Just having those things, you get a 6. So you get a D. You know what I'm saying? But 7 is really good. I mean, it's got beginning, middle, and end is really good. 8 is like, damn, that movie's good. 9 is like, that's a near perfect movie, and 10 is a completely perfect movie. You love everything about it. You love the story. It's a 10. It's hard to get a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 is a movie you can watch every day forever and never be bored of it. Like you really can't.
Like a Die Hard. You know?
Yeah.
Like a Beverly Hills Cop.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Star Wars. Like an Empire.
Ooh. I'm trying to think of other movies that are. For as much as I love it and sing its praises, I don't know if Spider-Man 2 is a movie I could watch as much as other movies I love. Like most superhero movies don't have that rewatchability for me. I love them. I watch them a bunch, but I could put on my 10 favorite movies and then put them back on again in the same order and never get tired because I just love those 10 movies. And no superhero movie lives on that list.
Well, Avengers is up there for me. Like that's one of the few. You know, Avengers is up there where I could watch it over and over and over again. You know, but other than that, the Spider-Man 1 and 2 are definitely 8.5, 9s for me. Like they're really, really good. But yeah, I couldn't watch them over and over and over again.
Maybe Blade 2 for me I could watch over and over again because that one's really interesting and compelling.
Yeah. Blade 2 is easily an 8. Like if I fucking love Blade.
Yeah.
I think
Blade
it's
2
one of the best superhero.
Yeah, like one and 2 probably, but 2 over 1 because of just the way it's it's made. Let's see superhero stuff.
That's Anna's favorite movie too.
What?
Goodfellas.
Okay. Oh, but yeah, I remember we were talking about that. Yeah, she really loves Goodfellas.
She's gonna help us move, I think, and so I'm just gonna give her a copy of Goodfellas as a thank you gift.
Great movie.
Oh, God. I don't know. I recently watched Dick Tracy again, and I really do love that movie. I really, really love that. It's up there. I'd give it like a 7.5 for sure.
Dick Tracy's awesome. The fact that it has Al Pacino in it and Madonna, and she's not terrible, that's a quality marker. You can make someone that's a terrible actress look good.
And plus, and plus, the whole color palette thing they picked for that movie was ridiculous.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh God! And like I think they picked these colors and like the stipulation was like it can't be shades of these colors. It's just got to be these colors. I'm just like, that's insane.
Oh man, somebody put Beetlejuice. Thank you, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
That's up there. Oh my God, Beetlejuice.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Beetlejuice is probably the weirdest in quotations movie on my list because
it's Tim Burton, so.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about this the other day when we were watching Hot Fuzz, how my top 10 is not what a film major or a real critic would want, but I look at my list and it's like, I love these movies. They're fun.
But see, like that's the thing is like those, like I fucking hate those critics, like those pretentious, like snooty bastards. I fucking hate those people. Like they're the ones who will watch a French art movie and be like, this is the best thing ever. And it's like, go fuck yourselves. That was boring as shit. That didn't mean anything to me. I fucking hate those people. God, I hate them.
Well, those kind of critics are very inaccessible because you sit there and yes, you're watching a human talk about film, but they're not speaking your language. I understand you can have deep discussions about film, intellectual discussions about art. Those things are very important. But I don't think just because your choice in film isn't to their standard doesn't mean it isn't subject to the same academic critique. I think this channel, as well as YouTube in general, has proven that you can take a film like Raiders of the Lost Ark, you can break it into we did this in college, actually. Raiders of the Lost Ark was treated as an academic film back then. Yes, I'm that old that 2014 was back then to me. But the point is, like, I think life is so much more fun when you can be honest with your opinions. You don't have to go, I'm going to be hanging out with my art friends, so I better brush up on my Kurosawa or some shit. It's
and put on your beret and bring your bongos.
It's like, look, I wanted to sit down and watch a John Carpenter movie. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't watch something deep. I decided to watch Assault on Precinct 13 or something. That's a really good movie.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think life is so much better when you're just watching what you enjoy and you're not trying to music, comics, anything you're into, like consume what you like. Trying to play the most popular game or whatever, be a part of the trend. It's cool if that's your thing, but like what you're doing. People say Call of Duty shit. I have fun playing it. Yes, mindless fun,
dude.
But it's fun.
yeah. Call of Duty. Yeah, I mean, there's no compelling fucking story in that, but it doesn't have to be. It's fun. You get to shoot your friends in the face. Like, come on.
Dude, pretentious video game talk is the most bullshit form of journalism ever.
Bullshit.
Because you can have, intellectual discussions about Shigeru Miyamoto and the contributions and this and that and what games mean as an art form and all that. But at the end of the day, games should be fun. The Last of Us 2 is like 45-minute long cutscenes and some gameplay in between.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
I don't like that direction of gaming. The direction of gaming I want is, even though Nintendo's not my favorite company out there, I like when I buy a Nintendo game, I go, well, it's going to be complete. It's not going to need a patch, and I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I need right now. I think people are just looking for, let me rephrase it. Technology has helped us reach the point where we make bigger and longer games and bigger and longer movies and everything, but they become too cumbersome to consume.
Yeah.
If you can strike a balance right now, you're going to be a huge winner.
Yeah, like the games I love are like Until Dawn and those horror ones I've been playing. Like I love those. Those are a human story on a game level, and you still have the controls and everything, and you have decisions you can make, and those affect the outcome of the whole thing. I love the games from that company. I've played 3 of them so far, and they're my favorites because even what was it? What was it? There was one called like Detroit, whatever, that about robots or something.
Become human.
Yeah, I played that after the hype died down like a year afterwards. I played that like 4 times in a row. I fucking love that game. It is so much fun.
Damn.
Yeah, like I've gotten into those games, and I didn't think I would ever get into them. Like things like that, I fucking love, and I'll play them. I'll play them constantly over and over again to get all the achievements and find all the little different ways that the outcome happens. Like what are the like what if I do this? Like what happens there? And like I love that shit. I find that fascinating, and I find it an endless supply of fun for me. I
miss. When was the last time you got to get lost, or you allowed yourself to get lost in a game? We've all been so busy for so many years. I miss that.
Yeah, man. I mean, probably PS4 Spider-Man. I got so into that game. Red Dead Redemption 2, I think, is probably.
Yeah, I think Red Dead, when I played it in 2019, I got lost in it because I just played it for hours one day. I was like just buying and shooting people, getting stagecoaches and trading them in for money and trying not to get caught. Yeah, man, I remember that. That was a good time.
All right, so thank you, Traffic. Breadman Productions, thank you very much. TLJ Screwdriver says, yeah, I mentioned Gary last week and confused things. Sorry, Jerry. Jerry, who made Power Girl with Boob Window, is getting mad at manga girls. SJWBS. Okay, that's what we're talking about. So yes, Jerry Conway, the hypocrisy of the man who creates Power Girl, wants to talk about busty whatever. I take it personally that there's a war on boobs. Boobs are good. Leave them be. They give life. Why be ashamed of them?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just weird. It's it's this weird way of try retroactive. Like, yeah, we care about. It's like, no, you don't. Like, it's just weird. It's just such a weird thing to be a part of.
Oh god, it sounds like those tiny skinny pixie girls are getting mad because their boobs never grew in. That's what it sounds like. They're just angry and they're yelling at the internet. That's what it sounds like.
Well, I guess that is power now. You can yell on Twitter and the world will fall apart.
Yeah, if like three people do it enough and their hashtag kind of gets up to the top, it seems like it's news all of a sudden. It's like, oh, okay, they're angry about this today. Awesome.
Yeah. So I don't. Oh, sorry, I hurt. That was gonna crash. Sorry. I don't really like. I don't need everything to be like Bud Root art, but I also don't like how we've reached the point where J. Scott Campbell's artwork is too sexy. That was the thing that bothered me more than anything about the entire redraw was the fact that society has allowed. There's a big portion of society that thinks that's too lascivious. This is scary that we're pulling it back that much. Free expression in art is going away because you can't offend somebody. Well, listen, Karen, just shut the fuck up and don't worry about it.
Right. If you don't read it anyway, you'll be all right.
Yeah, this
was like beyond. These people were never going to read it in the first place. They were going to bitch about it and then go on.
Dude, I remember hearing about this stuff when I was a kid, where people would bitch about certain like movies and TV shows about being too violent. It's like you have like a remote for a reason. Change the fucking channel and quit bitching. Go watch Oprah and be happy. Like
there's a Friends reunion coming. Watch that.
Oh my god. Oh god. I know so many females are gonna watch that. Holy shit.
Dion, I have tempted or played with the thought of doing a friends button every week.
You don't have to do that, buddy.
No. Don't worry, I
Jeff.
won't because I hate that show as much as you.
Yes, Jeff. Please don't. Please.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
Why are you
Thank
saying
you.
like that? Why are you saying like that, motherfucker?
Because he can't say it like
God
this.
dang it.
You asked for it. Damn it.
Sorry,
Uh.
Dion.
Luckily, I was looking away.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
See what happens.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Natty Neidhart. Darian 217. Her and her sister post some weird shit together. What the fuck is going on? That's all I'm going to say about Natty Neidhart and Jenny Neidhart. That's some weird shit. Dion, have you seen them? It's on YouTube. This isn't anything weird, but they wrestle each other on YouTube.
No, I haven't seen that. What the fuck?
It's weird. They wrestle in nightgown, they were in like dress gowns, like gowns to go out and have dinner in, like wrestling in their bathroom. It was like really bizarre. And they have all these videos like this together. People, it's like, what are you trying to sell your audience?
Right.
This is kind of, yes, 007 Cloud. Yes. Okay, let's see. Oh God. You guys ready for the anal deluge?
Oh shit.
Wow. That was a terrible joke. You get this button now.
Oh. Okay, that's better.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Joe Exotic, we love
That's
you.
just for you. Every time I press something mean, I feel bad because it's like Dion knows there's horse buttons and Buffalo Jeff buttons and all this other shit. Like he's already on edge. Make his life easier. And then the audience tells me not to, so I do. Anyway, you guys ready for the anal deluge?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do the anal deluge. First off, from Primer, he says Star Trek Deep Space Anal. All right. Doug Keller says in Living Anal.
Oh my God.
I can just imagine the theme song. Do what you wanna do in Living Anal. God damn it. I really wish Kendo was here, but fuck now. Wait for the button. It's kind of related to In Living Color, but fuck it.
Oh God, you found it?
No, I didn't find. I got a button related to In Living Color.
Okay.
Bean James Baker says anal 9021. Oh! LOL. Doug Keller says the anal of us part 2.
Oh my God.
Runeman says Full Metal Anal.
Yep.
Cesario Japan says the fast and the anal. I guess fast anal's good. I don't know. Takes a while. Never mind. The Buzz JJC says, hasn't Filoni been saying a bunch of cringy anti-white stuff lately? I don't know. I have not heard that. If he has been, I'm disappointed because I don't like that sentiment. People shouldn't be shit on because of the color of their skin. I don't know how and why that is so hard to comprehend. Children understood that 30 years ago. We did. We still understand it today. What happened? I hate this. I'm not. Who am I getting offended on the behalf of? Nobody. I just think it's stupid that humanity is still like this. We have phones that listen to you and talk and do all this other bullshit. We can't get over shit that we already got over. Fuck that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Doug Keller says, Dr. Strangelove for how to stop worrying and love anal.
That's a good one.
It's a classic. You can't fight here. This is the anal room. Primer says, anal king, puckering, prolapse, and psychopathy.
Oh, that was that one went pretty far.
I feel like that stars Dak Shepard.
Yep. Kristen Bell's the villain.
He's the luckiest dude in the world.
Dude, I'm just glad that we finally got past the whole him and Kristen Bell doing shit together. Like, I get it. They're married. We're not that into Dak Shepard and Kristen Bell. Fuck.
No, we never were.
Exactly.
No, because I mean, clearly she married down and he married up, so.
Gotta do what you gotta do and live in color.
Zach Z says Rocco's anal life.
Okay.
Yep, that's a great one.
There's another one though. Real anal.
Oh my God. Old 90s Nickelodeon cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, Anal Rats just doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't.
It's a different sensation.
Richard Gere would know. Doug Keller says Rocky. Maybe Richard Gere's a part of the Rocky Horror Anal Show. that one comes from Doug Keller. Doug Keller also sends in Anal and Confused and Anal Darkly.
Somebody remembered to Scanner Darkly. Holy shit, that's amazing.
That's a good movie.
It is.
We rented that. No, we didn't rent that. We pirated that in college. That was a fun movie.
Yeah, we did.
The worst one is Southland Tales. I'm a pimp and pimps don't kill themselves.
Listen, I love the experience of watching that movie, but goddamn, do I hate that movie.
Yeah, I'm mad that we watched it.
I'm glad we were drunk. I wouldn't have been able to watch that shit sober.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wolf's Pain says Star Trek Deep Space Anal. So nice. Yep. We'll say it again. But is that the one 7 of 9?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Then that name fits.
Should have been 6 of 9. That's cool.
She should be 6 of 9, but she's a robot, so it'll still fit, right?
Yep. She was also in Dracula 2000.
Yeah, she was.
What's also Jerry Ryan up to these days?
She's also in the new Star Trek show.
Of course she is.
Yeah. Oh, she's back?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing some commercials with her and some news about her being in the Picard show.
Oh, okay. Alec Campbell says DS9 didn't have 7 of 9, and then Roger told us she's on Voyager. Okay.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, yeah, I always get those confused.
Deep Space Nine had Cisco. We showed our hands. We only know so much about Star Trek. Actually, Dion knows way more. He's just eating, so.
I'm not eating now. I ate earlier, but I thought he was talking about Voyager.
Oh.
That's Nick snacking over there.
Okay. Believe me, I'm going to be snacking on dinner soon. Doug Keller says Resident Anal, God of Anal, Anal Runner.
Yeah.
God of Anal. Lord of Anal.
That
Anal 2000.
I feel like God of Anal with Kratos would still make money.
Yeah, it would.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That'd be some of those deleted scenes with the sirens.
and Axel Braun Productions.
Yes. We should see if we can just get him on the show.
I'm sure we could.
I would interview people in the porn industry. Fuck it.
Yeah, it would all go on Patreon.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, never on YouTube. No, never. Zach Z says, Testicles of the Caribbean at Anal's End. Doug Keller says, my beautiful, dark, twisted anal.
Okay.
Kanye's newest album.
Yeah. Primer says Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Anal Rings.
Oh my god.
Is that the sequel to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Cock Rings? Not as good as the original.
That's a lot of jewelry down there. It's a lot of jewelry.
You are never gonna go soft again.
And you might get tetanus.
You'll probably regret it and just kill yourself midway through.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody's getting a staph infection.
Bear Business One says, what about Mr. Ed episode with Buffalo Jack Dub? We can do a Buffalo Jeff Mr. Ed.
Wilbur. Oh, Wilbur. Oh.
That sounds weird as shit.
Yeah, it does. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It sounds like Buffalo Jeff is enjoying himself a little too much.
Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks says, sand people always ride in single file to hide their anal. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise. Didn't you say only they're so anal? Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says, in the dark grim of the 41st millennium, there is only war and suffering, and Dion Green is still alive to give 1.4 billion people those hand jobs he put on the back burner.
Oh, excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
There you go, Dion.
I don't know about this one, guys.
Well, here are your choices: either hand jobs or Buffalo Jeff. So Buffalo Jeff speaks in your ear for the rest of your life.
How about a third option, Dion?
No, bitch!
Better.
Better.
Thank you, Adam Wofford, for everything. He says the long anal Good Night with Gina Davis. Ooh, Dion.
Love that movie.
What about would you watch the Gina Davis Samuel L. Jackson anal picture?
I would watch that too. Yes. Is that a sequel?
I think Long Kiss Goodnight is on Tubi right now.
What isn't on Tubi?
That's for damn sure.
With this TV, it always is like, hey, you can watch this movie, and it's on Tubi, and I'm like, I didn't download Tubi. This TV just downloads all the apps automatically. So.
Yeah, no, Tubi's definitely one of those auto apps.
Autoerotic asphyxiation apps.
Whoa.
God.
Whoa.
David Carradine? Is that you?
Kung Fu, starring David Carradine. What the fuck is he doing in the afterlife? Hope he's doing well.
We know exactly what he's doing in the afterlife. He's got a belt. He's got some candles. He's got some Marvin Gaye playing.
Wait, what kind of candles are those? What kind of candles were those?
Not goop, tell you that.
Goop, there it is. So, Jello Man Steve says, well, it's official. Buffalo Jeff gave me, a grown 34-year-old man, a nightmare after listening to WCBS the other week. This is not a lie. That voice is powerful.
Thank you,
Don't
Jello
do
Man
God.
Steve. Dream of me tonight. Dream of me forever. It'll be my last dream. Buffalo Jeff approves.
That's impressive. That's really damn impressive.
Thank you. Darian 217 says Dragon Anal Z and pre-Gundam Sailor Anal.
Damn.
Now, Dion, you're not the world's biggest anime fan, but if all anime featured anal, would you watch it?
Goddamn right I would. It's an experiment. Learning experience.
People are saying the voice can replace waterboarding.
I mean,
Oh wow. Jeez. Well, folks, if you really want to hear more, get on our Patreon.
Buffalo Jeff lives in the hearts and minds. You know what? I'm going to take a picture of Jello Man Steve's super chat so I can remember that one. That's fucking cool. I should start this Buffalo Jeff ASMR channel. Keep a lot of it over there, and there'll probably be like this weird erotic cult around this voice I make.
That would be fucking hilarious if that ended up happening.
Hey man, if they, if they're willing to pay money for it, it's all good.
I become like this low-key billionaire because people are turned on by the Buffalo Jeff voice. They're like, I'm just a dude who wears shorts all the time, but Buffalo Jeff is the man of your dreams.
Well, then you need to take, I don't know, you need to give Buffalo Jeff a real identity, like make him, like, use a mask you're gonna get or do something with it, and yeah, man, figure it out.
I'll just make a goodbye horses button.
That's okay.
Yeah. Now, Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He has a rational answer for this Riddler talk. So, I think they're pulling from the Arkham Knight Riddler, where he was just like the Saw character in the game. He was good, but in live action movie, I don't think it would work. What do you think, Dion? You played Arkham Knight. I played Arkham Knight.
Yes. That's a very specific style that's needed, and I mean, from that scenario, it could be pretty interesting to see it happen. But yeah, it's you need so many things in place, and stuff now just doesn't have what it takes.
Yeah, those games are really good, but I don't like the design and I don't like the changes they make. What works for a video game, Adam, like you say, doesn't necessarily work in a film and vice versa. So
exactly.
Folks, at the end of the day, I want to be proven wrong. I want this movie to be awesome, and I want us to go, oh, shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if we're proven wrong, we'll say we were,
Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? What ain't no country I ever heard of? Do they speak English and what?
It's a whole different scene.
Why was that one so intense?
Say what again,
God damn it,
motherfucker? I dare you, I double dare you.
It helps that I'm a little congested and mildly have a dry throat, so the Buffalo Jeff voice is really easy like this. If it makes you happy, Dion, when I'm the most uncomfortable is when it's the easiest to do the Buffalo Jeff voice.
It doesn't make me happy at all.
Jules just tells Vincent to leave the room. It's like, I got this.
Adam Wofford says, hey, Nick, check Twitter from Weapon9901. It's me.
All right, let's see what we got.
Wolf's Payno 1 says, see Jimmy Olsen's become a black man. Aha, another ginger stolen by the white man. Conspiracy brother.
Eddie Bravo would say look into it.
I've never been one to shit on the ginger erasure because I see it, but another one bit the dust. So, sorry.
Damn shame.
Yeah. Primer says, Disney loves to suck Winnie the Pooh's honey dick.
Huh? Christopher Robin.
I don't like Winnie the Pooh.
Even as a kid, I was never a huge Winnie the Pooh fan.
I was a big Winnie the Pooh fan when I was a kid, but I just don't obviously don't care for it now.
The path of the sexy man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the flesh and the tyranny of shy skin, and all who will hose down upon me with great vengeance and furious anger those attempt to steal and skin my lovers. My name is Buffalo Jeff when I lay my schlong upon thee.
Did somebody write that for you?
Yeah, those were super chats from Runs with
Wow,
Fans.
that was actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
That like, you know, they took that speech and made it like fucking Hellraiser style. I was like, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. Runs with Phantoms, you rock, dude. Thank you.
That was really well written. I was wondering. I was like, this sounds familiar. I was like, oh, okay. Add a little bit of Buffalo Jeff to it. And it sounds good, man.
Shout out to our buddy Salvador from 2 Cent Toys. You rock, dude.
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers candidates. I'll send you guys what he sent me in a minute. It says Owl House and Amphibia are SJW cartoons from Disney where all the female characters are lesbians. Yes, they are cartoons for kids.
Wow. I think Dion's falling asleep again.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I heard what was snoring for a second. I was like, I got worried.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
All right, Shaggy. TLJ Screwjob says they cancel it if no one watches. EFAP, Az, and others are watching under 400K viewer Batwoman would disagree.
Yeah, dude. Batwoman's got approved for like a 3rd season as well, and like they're still going. But that's also CW, and I don't know how they do their stuff because that happens for a lot of their shows that really suck. They'll go on and on and on. I think they need 100 episodes for like for syndication and for Netflix. I think that's what happens. And once I hit it, then they'll stop. But that's just a theory I have. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, we also let's see. I'm not going to watch the propaganda cartoons. But sorry, the other super chat I was on. Sorry, TLJ Screwjob, about under 400,000 viewers. It's a principle thing. They're going to keep it around, and they're going to move it to streaming. Then they're going to tell us that's where it made all of its money, and we're going to know how full of shit they truly were.
Oh, 100%. Not going to be hard to decipher.
Adam Wofford is a very nice message. He says, you guys are the iconic and fandom. Thank you, Adam Wofford.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for everything. We appreciate everybody out there. Folks, thank you for joining us tonight. We've had a pretty awesome show so far. We have some more left in the hopper, so continue to watch. Tyler Perry Oscar winner says, Dream Stream, WCBS, Quarter Black Garrett, Andy Signore, and the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. And
I respect all those dudes. Let's make it happen.
Every time I talk to Andy, he talks about how much he wants to stream with you, but you guys just have the same streaming schedule.
Yeah, one of these weeks we'll have to make a special stream, guys, and we'll stream with Andy. Dion, that always blows me away. You and I used to text each other all the time about fucking movie fights, and now we can stream with the dude and hang out with him. You're asleep.
He is.
Again?
Dion. Damn it, everybody.
Letting the secret agent.
Yeah. Double O Slice. So, Dion, we'll let him rest for a minute.
Are you there?
We're like that, Nick.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to.
Ha ha ha.
It was me the whole time.
Really? It was you?
Who's that Pokemon?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
God, every time.
That'll wake you up. So we also have our buddy Doug Keller who says, Dion, what would you rate The Last Boy Scout?
Dion.
Okay, he's asleep again. So,
oh my god,
Doug, I'll just
his ability to sleep like on a moment's notice is incredible.
second only to my mom, who once fell asleep at a La Rose's.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's a pizza place. So, hello, Shit Pancake. We also have our friend Doug. Actually, Doug, let me answer your question for you. I would rate The Last Boy Scout about a solid 7.5 out of 10. It is a fun movie. Damon Wayans was solid, and Bruce Willis is great. You don't get movies like that anymore, the Shane Black style, or it's just a Shane Black film, but I miss action films like that. That's why I loved The Nice Guys so much. That weird, irreverent, buddy.
Yeah. It was definitely a noir story without being like, having that kind of that film effect on it for sure. But no, I did. Yeah, that movie is really. I watched it recently for the first time, and it was actually really good.
Doug Keller says a few dollars more, 10 out of 10, better than Good, Bad, and Ugly. Doug, I don't know if we've ever discussed this, but I agree with you. I preferred the second one because I liked Lee Van Cleef's character as the hero, because he was the bad guy in Good, Bad, and the Ugly. So I like that actor. I think he's in a Twilight Zone as well. He's got an interesting face. Xenomorph Skullhunter 79 says anal snake moan. Sounds like a dirty time. He said, and then Xenomorph Skullhunter again, thank you very much. He says, I had to misspell it on purpose because it wouldn't let me send it as is. LOL.
Yeah, YouTube's fun like that.
They are. Adam Wofford says, naked and afraid, anal die. Sorry, naked and afraid, anal. Die hard with anal vengeance. Fistful of anal. Fear and loathing in anal Vegas. Freddy's final anal nightmare.
Not with that glove.
That's Freddy Krueger's job in hell. He's a proctologist.
Oh my god.
Hey there. God damn, dude. That's the future I wish for Hitler in hell. Freddy Krueger's giving him a proctology exam.
There you go.
Yeah, he's giving it to him good. 007 Cloud says, what armor were you told to look up? Oh, should I just close it? It was the one that looked like a bird. The one that's supposed to look like Darth Vader, right? Morrigan. Berserk, what was the character's name? Looked like a bird. It had like a blackish purple armor, had like a beaked helmet and wings or a cape. That was the character I just looked up. Let's see. Berserk characters. It said it was based on Darth Vader, and I looked that up, and here it is right here. This guy, this creepy one, right fucking here. I wonder what this guy's, the Kentaro Miura's thought process was, because this is his work, and there's a lot going on there, especially on the right-hand side of this image. See this, Nick? Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah, dude, that's damn weird.
Yeah, it's one of those. Femto, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paulo Rivero. It always throws me off when I see Paulo's name, because there's a comic book artist named Paulo Rivera, so it's a different name, obviously, different person. But every time I see it, I'm like, wait, is that? No, wait, sorry. So, but thank you. I think by Vader armor, he means the Berserk armor. Oh, okay. That one. Okay, sorry. I was getting H.R. Giger from Femto, because there's that weird sexual otherworldly, I won't say uncanny valley because that's not the right word, but I don't know how to describe it. You just look at something and you can't reconcile how it makes you feel at times. That's why I've been able to remember what I saw vividly from it, because it was unlike anything else. And it's fascinating that people create this and that there are parts of the world where this is popular. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just beyond the fact that it is such a bizarre property is just how popular it is.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Dash Render, I agree. H.R. Giger is disturbing.
It is definitely disturbing, but I do love I do like his art. It is definitely interesting for sure.
Ooh, ethereal, good word. Primer. 007 Cloud again says the one on the left looks wolfish. It kind of does. It reminds me of Twilight Princess Zelda armor. Like, you could fight this character as Link in that video game. That'd have been pretty cool. I like that. So, let's see. Is Dion awake? Nope. You could not buy that kind of comedic timing.
he just It's the second show in a row that he's done that.
007 Cloud says, Guts, the protagonist, looks like a villain, while the villain looks like the good guy. Oh. It's fun. I guess it's a fun flip. This dude with the crossbow arm looks pretty baller, too. Here he is right here. Guts. That's him. I'm always fascinated by how well the animation houses capture the manga artist style. I know I don't know how many Dragon Ball fans we have, but one of the things I appreciate is when I do pick up one of those manga that it looks, the cartoon tried to copy it 1-to-1. So they always, I don't know what it is too. If like, do manga artists in Japan, I mean, I know everyone studies and practices art, but is there a specific place? Because a lot of manga has that crossover look. So I wonder if it's just kind of like how it is in America when they just try to copy one trend. Like in the 90s, everyone wanted to be like Todd McFarlane because he made all the money. It'd be interesting to know. See, it's hard because I guess it's not even just the cultural differences, but I guess to some to ask the cultural differences would be offensive or weird or just too much. But I'm more fascinated to see what Japanese comic book culture is like compared to American comic book culture, because the books are so different. The products are so, they're better, they're worse, they're different, all kinds of stuff. It's across the board, but it's much more interesting. I mean, God damn it, I've read books about a cook making the epic meal for some food critic, but it was done so well. Here, I can read a story about time travel and intergalactic demons and shit, and it'll suck because it's not well written. It looks nice, but it isn't great. So I respect this art form from all over the world, and Japan is one of the coolest places to read it from right now. So TLJ Screwjob, let's see. Dion. So let's talk about the Star Wars race issue before we close out tonight's show.
Okay.
So John Boyega is back in the news talking about some Star Wars stuff. So let's give a little context to the audience. John Boyega first made waves last fall when he complained about the treatment of actors, characters, and of color in the latest Star Wars movies. The British GQ interview predictably circulated around the globe, especially considering the trilogy that made Boyega a star in 2015's The Rise of Skywalker, blah, 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 had generally been viewed as making progressive leaps in the Star Wars universe by casting a woman, Latino man, and a black man as its three leads. That's what's the important thing. Boyega, though, made it well known that he felt marginalized in the role of Finn, the stormtrooper turned Rebel Alliance fighter who never was quite front and center or nuanced a character like Daisy Ridley's Rey. What I would say to Disney is to not bring out a black character, market them to be much more important to the franchise, and then they have them pushed to the side. It's not good. I'll say it straight up, he told the magazine, also bemoaning the treatment of Rose Tico. That was the past. Now, in a new interview with NPR's Fresh Air, guest interview Sam Sanders, Boyega reflects on the... Let me just mute Dion. He's throwing me off. There we go. Ba-boom. Okay. Back to the article. Now, in an interview with NPR's Fresh Air, guest interviewer Sam Sanders, Boyega reflects on the comments he made and the attention they received. I think I wanted to discuss the elephant in the room that is easily dismissed sometimes, easily seen as a selfish act, a way to put attention on you, says Boyega, who mostly recently starred in 1980 Brit, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't care about his new show. He says, the characters are only as good as the moments that you give them. When we talk about, Captain America and him kind of facing off with Thanos and his army, when you talk about these moments that are given to characters only because these moments are written by somebody. These moments are put there on purpose to elevate characters. Boyega pointed to another Marvel property, Captain America and the Falcon, and he says, Anthony Mackie's Captain America was respectfully elevated a black superhero. How do you guys take Boyega's comments? I don't think he comes off as bitter because they fucked up all the characters.
But they did. But I mean, like, but yeah, I mean, like in the first movie, they did. Even though Rey was like, I'm a strong female, don't touch me. Finn was still trying to get with her and try to be part of that, trying to be that whole thing. And that was her whole dynamic throughout that whole movie. Is like they're together for a reason. And then in the second one, they totally blow off his character, even though like he knows the secrets of the base and like they were, he was in that little chamber to get back to normal after he got his back cut up from the lightsaber. They just totally disregard him, and it's like, oh, we're gonna give the black guy and the Asian girl, you know, they're gonna get them together, and they're gonna be a thing off planet for a little bit. And it's like, this is weird. Why are they writing this all of a sudden now? And there's no history between them. The history is between Finn and Rey, not Finn and Rose Tico. And then all the other things that Disney did were like, you know, they would put him on the poster, make him smaller, change him, edit him out, or whatever they did. Like, it was all very disingenuous, and it was all really, you know, really in poor taste, and everybody found out about it, and it was just really shitty.
Yeah, it was shitty, and I was more interested in his story arc, than Rey's. I didn't need a female lesser than Luke Skywalker. Who am I? Who am I? Nobody gives a shit. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Yeah.
He was the only dude that had something unique and original. He doesn't suck as an actor, but the character was just treated like shit. And in the grand scheme of things, Finn, it doesn't have a last name, but Finn is just a shit character that will be forgotten. And Boyega, I think you should feel the way you do about this shit. It wasn't a well-written character. It wasn't a well-performed character. The ideas and intentions behind it were also very hollow. It's embarrassing to have to read an article that says the movie was progressive because it had a black female and a Latino. It's like, really?
Yeah, but like, well, I mean, yeah, and like that's dumb, because I mean, we got that in the Phantom Menace. Like, you had Sam Jackson in there. You had fucking what's her name? You had the princess in there, the queen, whatever the fuck her name was, Amidala. You had that. You had that in there. It's like, you have all these things in there already. And I think, I'm pretty sure one of the other guys there was Latino as well. It's like, I don't know what more you want, man. Like, these check boxes are already checked in the prequels. Like, saying that it's progressive now is being disingenuous. You know, because we've named movies on this channel that were made in like the 90s or the late 80s that were progressive as well. They had all these elements as well, and they checked all the boxes. So this idea of being progressive doesn't mean anything. It's just them virtue signaling is all it is.
It is. I think the first movie that promotes itself free of this shit will be the movie that I go see 5 times in theaters on principle. Not really. It'll just be so refreshing, though, to get something that goes, this is our story, buy it on that. I don't care about the creator stories. Your story, the creator story, is supposed to be in the work. It was nice when you would read a piece of work and that's reflective of the writer or the artist or this or that. I don't need to have somebody go, and now my personal journey and this and that. It's like, look, sell me your product and shut the fuck up. And I really wish we got that on screen. The meta narrative and all the bullshit online isn't interesting. I don't care about it. What I want is to plop down $20 for a ticket and my popcorn and my drink, and I want to go watch an awesome movie. It can be as basic as a McDonald's meal, or it can be something as high class as whatever in LA.
Fogo de Chao.
Well, okay, Fogo de Chao's delicious.
Yeah. that's on par with like a good meal, you know, like.
We should go soon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're gonna be in Cincinnati for Horror Hounds, so it's gonna happen.
Let me see if it wasn't Fogo de Chao.
It was something different there, but it was the same kind of like feel. The same.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
But no, man, I'm with you as well. Like you know, we talked about John Wick earlier. Like, the movie Nobody is by the same people who made John Wick. It's kind of the same story, but you know, done with a little bit different flair. It's still a fun movie. It's fun as shit. It's great. You know, it's guys getting shot to shit. This guy kind of knows martial arts and can set up bombs, things like that, and fucks with this whole Russian mob thing. Like, it's a great movie. It was so much fun, and I'm glad I went to go see it in theaters and give my money because it deserved it.
So it looks like that place, by the way, is open, Nick.
Sweet. Yeah, they survived. Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna go. That'll be our WCBS dinner.
Awesome,
folks. If you'd like us to live stream that dinner, well, we'll stream afterwards. How's that? I don't think you want to watch us eat 2 pounds of ribeye, 10 pounds of chicken, and then enough linguiça to choke a horse.
Yeah, and then probably a shit ton of alcohol as well,
and then sleep it off for a week. I believe we read 007 Clouds. Let me make sure. He says Guts, the protagonist, looks like a villain, while the villain looks like a guy. Thank you very much, 007 Cloud. And then our friend Adam Wofford says, Guts is usually referred to as the Black Dog, and Guts, Beast of Darkness, is shown as a demon dog. Yeah, you don't have to sell me. I really want to watch it. I just want to commit soon. Real life stuff. The comic closed. Everything was a huge success there, and now I'm just trying to get caught up. But yeah, we're back on the right path. So, Nick, is there anything you would like to talk about before we get going?
Yeah. Me and my friends made a movie. Jeff's in it. I'm in it. I also worked on it called Mother News Presents Once Upon a Nightmare. The trailer is pinned to our top tweet on our Twitter account. Go check it out. Go give it a like. Go give it a comment so we can, raise through the ranks of YouTube. And also, go hit up Richard at Buckshort Productions at buckshortproductions.com and buy you a copy. Support independent film because Hollywood does not deserve your money anymore.
Folks, you can pick up a copy of the comic. It's still in demand. It still is moving, so thank you to the backers this week. And be on the lookout. No, I don't want to say that. Be on the lookout for more from World Class Bullshitters. I'm going to be putting out more content as soon as I get to move, which is Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. A whole new setup. We got the equipment. We got the stuff. So we're doing it exactly as we promised. This is the last episode from the family apartment, and then it'll be live from a quiet location. So thank you to everyone who joined us. It's been an awesome night, a lot of fun. And let's see, is Dion awake? All right. So, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.